Hello, everybody, and welcome to the War of Two Suns, a 5e Dungeons and Dragons homebrew campaign. Here is our dungeon master, Dallin.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to say thank you for watching. It has been a very long hiatus. First off, two disclaimers. First one, this is a mature campaign. We usually deal with adult content, so be advised for anyone under the age of 13 for watching. Um, Second disclaimer.
Doggo.
There is some content that we use from the internet for artwork. That is still under temporary basis. I have added some more original work, but our lovely player tokens have been created by our very own Jyinxx.
Hooray!
And welcome to session 49 of the War of Two Suns. Let us begin by doing the introduction of our lovely cast, starting with our very own Jyinxx.
Hi, I'm Jyinxx, and I play Mira, a tiefling sorceress.
I got Kanku Rogue.
I am Omek, the Turtle Druid.
Hooray!
Oramos, the Leonin Barbarian.
Dang. Bear. Do.
And now we proceed straight into our epic tale, as we now turn to a very dark chapter. This time when we left our party, they have managed to stumble across a war-torn village that was struck down by both flying airships bombardments and wizards from the Tri-Kingdom blasting them out of the sky. One of the aircrafts have managed to crash through the mountain, and the rest of the surviving troops have made their way into one of the remaining establishments. Our party has decided to take refuge in the last survival hold due to their ally Nero coming down with a severe illness. Sylvia, having no personal interest with dealing with the Ironmen, set off to explore on her own, being accompanied by her very own Trevor. After a heated discussion, the two parted ways. And now, Ormos, leading the group in asserting his dominance, has made a very noticeable influence on a specific regent lord. Outside in the cold, it is still midday.
Where are we now?
We don't cut to our party just yet, but instead we look over at the view of a small destroyed house. Snow falling upon it. And in the distance, a figure begins to walk up to it.
Oh.
He looks up at this old building, grabbing his hat and setting it down into the snow. Hearing a very familiar voice behind him, he turns, and his eyes go wide. We now continue with our party. Omek, you and Edgar are sitting outside the cart, along with Jack, who is doing some minor maintenance to the wheel.
Just Jack, right?
Yes, Jack.
I thought you should check.
Jack. What do you two do as you look upon this large building with Ironmans, both in pairs, watching both the exits and entrance to this place?
I guess just looking around. Can I roll perception to see if I see anything noticeable around me?
Go ahead and roll me a perception.
Okay. Where's my perception? There's my eyes. My eyes say something good, maybe. Oh. Um,
You examine the place, head to toe. Gathering from what you can tell, the soldiers themselves look worn, tired, but yet they seem persistent in their gaze. Some of them are still bandaged, others severely injured, but the ones who are looking outside and standing guard seem to be the only ones who managed to come without any heavy casualty. Their armor is not polished. There are bits of scruff and dents in them, and their weapons have not yet been managed or seem to be on their person. It looks as though they have been in a fight and continue to do their duty in protecting this last place.
I guess just taking notes of what's happening.
You know that both your friend Oramos and Mira, who brought in Nero for medical attention, was also taken inside. You, Omek, and Jack have not actually been inside yet, but you believe that they are safe at this point. As you begin to just thoroughly look around, other than seeing the large craters from what seems to be explosions that completely evaporate the snow and still lingers there. Very faint smell of burning wood and ash fill the air in a stale wind.
Do.
And yet you can still feel the cold breeze billow through your cape. Omek, what do you do?
Omek is playing with the horses at the moment.
Are you getting more of her biography done?
He's just checking in on them to see how they're doing.
Roll me an animal handling check.
All right. Bum ba dum bum bum. Doink.
Do. Well, I took your 17.
Okay, I'll take an unnatural 20. That's fine.
Oh, it's so unnatural. Ew.
Into the horses, they seem to be in okay condition. You begin to feed them, putting little hay sacks over their faces to let them munch down. Jack, however, is making sure to keep maintenance on the wheel.
Why?
Double checking to see if there's been any damage through the storm. He didn't quite have a chance to do so because you guys were in a rush, but he seems to be looking very thoroughly. It's quite impressive. Where did you happen to acquire this, dear Edgar?
Do I need a real history to remember where I got this?
You do remember exactly where you got this. It was from your old friend Nora, who built it from scratch and has left it behind for you guys to use.
Oh, it's this thing, yeah. Oh. A best friend gave it to us. Built it herself.
She wouldn't happen to be a dwarf, would she?
She just nods.
Ah, I knew it! I knew it! I could spot dwarfsman craftsmanship from a mile away. Gotta say, this is very impressive.
It is. You got it through a lot of places.
Okay, have you seen Trevor anywhere? Or that... What was her name again at the point he started rubbing her chin? Yes, have you seen...
Bly.
Bly! Yes, Bly! Huh.
No, not since she took off. When we went different ways before we came here.
We ought for someone to go scouting out in an area that seems to be...
Crit damage.
Yes, exactly. And at the point you see him pull out his flask and begin to shake it as though he has just run out of his fresh rum.
Are you
The
ready to
days
try
when the
this?
whale goes dry, when people start to panic.
Be careful then.
I still don't think we should be here. Hopefully that other fellow inside is being taken care of.
We would have heard about a bit of commotion if there was.
Yes, they definitely seem to be on their heels as Jack begins to look at the guards as well. With
Those
his one
wizards.
good eye.
Those wizards did seem a bit.
Oh, they do have a legionnaire with them. As he begins to go back to the carts. Perhaps you could help me with maintenance with this.
Edgar just nods and goes with them to help.
Alright. If you
Oh,
actually want to take control over repairing it,
I'm just helping. I'm not taking. I don't think she has any knowledge of how to actually repair this stuff.
He has some knowledge of land vehicles.
What do I need to roll to help them?
Let's see. I would pretty much say just a wisdom check.
Wisdom. Okay, that'll be here. Oh, not bad.
As you begin to assist him in repairing the wheel of any slight cracks, or him checking the bearings and such, you happen to notice another pair of guards begin to go up to the front, and they begin to speak to one of the. All three of them begin to speak to one another.
Am I able to hear?
If you are no longer going to be assisting Jack,
Oh, I can't hear and assist.
I would say roll me perception, Jack.
Okay, new perception check. Wow.
You begin to stop assisting with Jack and begins to eavesdrop in the conversation. The guards are very, very excited as they rushed over to seems to be one of their other fellow cadets, and they begin to whisper to amongst themselves. Yeah, we might be getting reinforcements soon. What? Yes! They're sending another mercenary group from the south hired from the Ironmen.
Uh-oh.
Known to be the Horse Blades. Horse Blades? Are you serious? Those guys are legends. Oh, their captain was a very fierce warrior. She actually went on campaigns in the Mythic Lands. She's fought giants.
Can you repronounce the name of the group?
I think we all misheard
Horus Blades.
Horus.
you. Okay.
Horus. Okay.
Not Horse Blades.
I thought you
Why
were
would
saying
you
Horus.
anyone in their life ever call
And
themselves
then
a
you
Horse
started
Blade?
talking about how they've done all this crazy stuff. And
I thought you were saying horse blade. Then. Like, I thought you were saying this.
Horus.
I thought you were saying horse.
Not horse. Not
Thank you.
horse.
Thank you for the clarification.
Horus.
Yeah, we needed that.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Look,
Horus.
I apologize. My voice may be a little bit raspy at the point.
It's okay. We just.
I'm just
needed
saying,
the-
Horus Blades is actually a pretty cool name because it's like a hidden blade because they have to protect themselves or they're trying to
we are
murder people.
continuing on.
Okay.
Yeah, the blade's hidden
Nice
somewhere
try, dude.
important. The blade's hidden somewhere special.
Oh, stop it! No. I will pull you in the corner. We have a
Right.
corner.
I'm already in the corner of Jack.
Anyway, so you begin to listen to this information, and now you gather that there is another group coming in. What do you do?
She just thinks about it and it's like, oh, that's interesting. And it goes back to helping with Jack.
What's interesting? As he starts to fiddle with the frame a bit, hitting it with a small little pinpoint hammer. Bing, bing.
You ever heard of a group called the Horse Blades?
He then hits his finger and starts holding it. Ah,
You okay there?
Bang! Bang! And as he starts to bite his bottom lip, I'm gonna get a bandage. And then he's going to start climbing into the wagon.
Hmm.
All right.
Take it he's heard of them.
Omek, was there anything that you wanted to do besides tending the horses?
No, I'm gonna continue doing that.
You're starting to brush them, petting their manes, giving them food, talking about their past histories as you have recorded them, and keep interrogating their life story.
Okay.
Meanwhile, inside, Mira, you are kneeling down on a soft linen bed next to Niram, who is completely, utterly stone cold.
Not better. Gotcha.
You manage to help don off some of his armor, and you can actually see from spots of his elbows to his wrist and shoulders, like around the jointed areas where his red crimson skin would be, instead that of a stark, deep violet color of purple. And he is sweating up a storm. Like there is driplets coming off his brow, and you are just taking a rag and wiping him down.
I mean, that's all she can do right now.
And you feel this very deep feeling of anxiety, not only of seeing Niram in this condition, but an Ironman guard standing in the doorway watching you two with the corner of his eye.
I feel uncomfortable. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a medicine check if you're proficient. If not, do so.
I am not proficient in medicine, so you don't want me to roll, or?
Oh no, go ahead. If you're proficient, then you're capable of doing something extra. If not, you're just tending to him.
14. So I haven't killed him. That's good.
You feel as though to make sure to keep him warm and outside the cold would be the best, and trying to keep him hydrated might be a big partial situation.
Okay.
But you don't know if there's any medicine, you don't know how to really treat this, so in other words, you're trying to make him as much comfortable as you can.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that's what I'm doing.
You get up for a moment, and then you walk over to the barrel to rinse out the rag. And you look back over, and you still see the guard just standing there. He peers at you for a second, but then looks away the moment you start to peek back.
Do you need something? Do you know anything about this condition? Like, I'm all ears. Have you seen this before?
The guard refuses to speak to you.
Great. Okay. So,
You then hear Scylla speaking in your ear subtly as you then look down at the reflection and you happen to see your face begin to move on its own as though you see a reflection of yourself through Scylla.
gotcha.
It's only a matter of time before they decide to turn their guns against you.
We don't know that. Ormus seems to have everything under control. I need to not look like a crazy person, though, so I can't talk to you right now.
This will probably be the perfect time to escape.
There's no need to escape, and I'm gonna wring out the water ringlet so it screws up her reflection, and then I'm going to go back to helping Niram.
You go down and you start to see him shivering. Not balled up, but like he's like tensed for a moment, and then he just does a slight little pant.
Yeah, I don't know what to do in this situation.
You just do what the best you can. And in the middle of the room, laying on this large bare rug,
yeah.
patiently holding back every urge just to roar, is Artemis. With all these other people just in the corners trying to stay away from you as you bring out this intimidating aura. Even the guards who are like on watch are keeping their distance from you.
I'm gonna stand up and just start doing some stretching.
The little boy in the corner next to his mother begins to like lean in. It's like, Mommy, the big hairy man is scaring me. Shh, it's okay. As long as we don't talk to him. You hear this in a little bit of your ear as it twitches.
I'm gonna ignore it. I've heard it before.
You then hear the door right next to the fireplace begin to open. And out steps Regent Lord Bernard.
Fear of Bernard.
He looks around and then looks at you. I see you're making yourself comfortable.
Well, it'd be a shame for amenities such as these to go unused.
He looks at all the other people, and he's technically reading the room, and then he just looks upon you. Oramus, was it?
That is correct, Lord.
Perhaps you come inside my quarters. I'd like to have a little chat. And then he opens the door for you.
If you'll excuse me, sir, I don't want to bump you out of the way as I try to get into this door.
Oh, not at all. He does seem like to be a big man, but he still makes plenty of room for you to go in. As you step inside and you look in this large bedroom, one with a luxurious bed, a wardrobe, and a couple shelves, and then he closes the door behind.
Uh-oh. Eddie.
Oh, I heard rumors that you were a legionnaire.
Yes, sir. My official contract with the Ironman is as a legionnaire.
Guards themselves seem to fear you. You make quite a presence.
Well, for men who don't see the thickest of fighting, or men who haven't seen enough of the thick fighting, real warriors are quite a sight.
Yes, I agree. I used to be a soldier back then. Not for the Ironman Empire, but for my house. And when we decided to venture into these parts, I knew my destiny was bound in these mountains. So tell me, Oremos, are you a man of honor or a man of coin?
Hmm.
I don't know how familiar you are with the Leonin prides. Not a lot of our customs are well known throughout regions outside of our pridelands.
I remember
As a
that.
mercenary, I am obviously moved to say that coin does make a good master.
One of
But
coin.
as one of the Sun Mains, I will say that beneath the sacks of coin lies an honor that has only ever been tarnished once and will never be tarnished again.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check. Or you can roll me a deception check if you feel as though you are just bluffing yourself to make your to show a better appearance to him. 15. One above coin and honor. So I have a question for you. Say you were hired to kill a man, and you know this man to be innocent. Would you still kill him?
Well, that entirely depends.
How much coin you are given?
That is correct.
I like those words. Especially in this time of day when resources are very scarce. Whatever you can cling on will grant you the power to bring justice to anyone who crosses you or your people.
And you, as much as anyone, especially in your position, know the law of supply and demand. And looking around at these greenhorns that you have, I would say that the supply of people that you can count on to do such a thing is probably in very low demand.
Ah, these are not my men. These men came to me, asking for my aid to settle down here for their forces to cross. I saw no harm in that. But now I look, and it fills me with a sense of injustice. As he looks outside a window, and you gather at the view of a couple people loading up crates inside a wagon.
And what kind of business goes on here?
Limited resources. Ones that they bring forth to supply not only for my people, or what's left of my people, but for their own troops. But I have another rare treasure that I wish for you to find me.
I'm listening.
There's an old house south here. One that's very presentable. It was my old home. It was hit. And I lost my granddaughter there. As he begins to look through the wardrobe and pulls out a small little sleeve shirt. Do you know how old she was?
Well, judging by the size of that shirt, I would have to say someone that would very much need the care of someone else.
She was 9 years old, about to turn 10 in spring. And now, I will never see her grow. But there is something else that might help me. And I need you to retrieve it, as he puts the shirt back inside the wardrobe and turns to you. As he then presents to you a silver key. Do you know what this is?
These usually keep things either very, very valuable, very, very important, secure.
Look closer.
How good are your eyes?
Go ahead and roll me a history check if you want to get clarification, or
Oh,
you
Oh,
have never seen a key of that. It has a crest on the very end point of the handle. And then he speaks to you. That is my family's coffer's key. You will be able to find a vault in Valgar City containing at least 5,000 gold bars of worth its value just to open that door.
what the?
And all you need to do is 2 things for me. He then turns away and gestures his hand with the first one. First, you go back to that old house and you search in the destroyed debris in the corner in one of the rooms is a crate, and underneath that crate is a trap door. There you will find something wrapped up in linen. You are to bring that to me. No questions asked of what its content is. And if anyone happens to see you, even your closest friends, you are to deal with them to keep their silence.
And the second?
The second one's quite easy. The Irons will be asking you for a favor. They are most likely going to ask you to go to the South Towers and try to find the Horse Blade mercenaries that are coming to assist us by my request. You are to give him this, as then he hands you a wrapped up scroll parchment and presents it to you. Give this to their leader. And make sure no one reads it. And if you do this, this vault of treasure will belong to you. Do we have a deal, Orvis?
That
Well, as any shrewd mercenary, you cannot fault me for asking questions.
And if anyone tries to stop you, you know what to do. Bring justice to them. As he hands you the key and the scroll. I think that concludes our business here. As he then goes forth, looking outside the window, observing the men. As you head towards the door.
I'm gonna stop right here before I open the door. Curiosity, if you will help ease, Lord.
Mm-hmm. He then turns his head and looks at you.
What is your thoughts and position on the mages that say that they have a stake in this area?
I say the mages are scared, as they should be. War is coming after all. As he looks outside saying that.
But surely, with you having occupied this area for, I mean, in any matter of time, Surely you've interacted with the mages prior to this most recent attack, correct?
It concerns you. Let me ask you a question. Are you afraid of the mages?
Oh, it's better understand one's enemy. It's better to understand one's enemy's history.
I'll ask again, Leonin. Are you afraid of the mages?
I'm going to turn away from the door and just look at him directly and just kind of swell up just a bit and say, "My lord, did it look like I frightened?"
I'll take that as a no. You may leave now. I wish to my thoughts. You have your task.
Good day.
As you begin to close the door. As the door closes, you then happen to see the other door right here where the guard step out. And then you see your dear best buddy in all of the world with the most sarcastic tone ever, Lieutenant Kingsman.
Lieutenant Kingsman.
And she steps out and then looks at the guard and then looks at you, stepping out of the Regent's Lord's room. And then she frowns and, with the reluctant clear of her throat, begins to approach you.
Can I offer you some assistance, Lieutenant?
No. But the captain, Lieutenant, wants to speak to you.
Well, aren't I just the most popular person in town today?
You made yourself very clear that you weren't going to leave, so we might as well put you to use. You think it's my better judgment. As she begins to lead you to the door, the guard opens it, and then inside, I'm going to change up the music a bit.
Before I walk in, I'm going to say, and isn't it such a fancy that is against your quote-unquote better judgment? If you'll excuse me.
You then step in, and then you freeze. You see a woman kneeling down, tending to two heavily injured troops. One of them has his leg amputated, wrapped up in a bloody bandage, and the other one has a cracked, fractured skull, covered in blankets, only showing one bloodshot eye, as they lay there in agonizing pain. But the woman here happens to be treating their wounds as best as she can, and then she turns to you, doesn't say a word, just seeing who was entering. But in the corner, you see, propped up, also slightly bandaged and unarmored, sitting there, reading a book. The lieutenant captain who assigned you to these areas long ago. And then he looks up to you. Oh, that's... Was it?
That's correct, sir. Although one of us seems to be in a little bit worse condition since our last rendezvous.
With my appearance. As then he sets the book down. He also seems to be in a very wounded situation. As you can see, if you want to roll me a medicine check to determine his injuries. You can tell around his abdomen and his shoulder there seems to be two heavily clotted bandages there. It looks as though he was pierced or shot by something. few scrapes on his face, but it looks as though his core took the most damage. Pardon me. As he reaches for his glass, which is a small little clay mug, Kingsman walks over, grabs it for him, and hands it. Thank you, Lieutenant. I'm actually surprised you are in this region. I heard that you were traveling with some companions.
Well, why put all the burden on myself when the gold payout is the same?
Well, it's a good thing that we have at least some people who used to work for us managed to come to our aid. But I can't really say that in my position, as he sets the mug down. I'm officially reordering your contract for a task. If you want to use our supplies, you know the rules. You at least have to aid us if you plan on staying here. Is that understood?
Ironman rules are Ironman rules.
In exchange for aiding your friends, I need you to head down south. There, we are supposed to be receiving outside sellsword reinforcements. I need you to confirm of their arrival and their numbers. Going to need to prepare for the mages coming soon, along with the elven. As you see him covering his hand, you notice a little bit of blood dripping down his pinky finger. As he looks upon it, and Kingsman kneels down and wipes his hand of the blood.
So, a little fetch mission. Seems easy enough.
It's a simple reconnaissance.
Now, question about this aid that I have been and will be using. I'm going to gesture over to the healer. Is she a resource that I might be able to use while I'm staying here?
She's attending to those who are near their deathbed. But, if you like, I can have her look at your friend. Of her own free choice. She is a citizen here. She is not under Ironman law. or
The
force.
the guy on the right had his leg amputated. And what was the guy on the left? What was his ailment?
Hold on, I'll mark it. So,
Okay.
let's see. I actually wanted to use this little thing. Guy with a leg, guy with a head.
Okay. And the guy with the leg seems stable, other than missing a limb.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to the healer. I'm going to pull out 2 health potions from my bag. And I'm gonna hand them to her. And I'm gonna say, use one on the lieutenant captain, and use one on the one with the head injury. Hopefully this will open up a bit of your time to go look at my companion.
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm talking to you.
She actually looks a little bit confused and stunned, seeing you hand her 2 red vials, as though she has never seen anything like this.
Trust me, it works best when you just let them drink it as you would a good tonic.
lieutenant captain smiles a bit weakly. You are free to depart within the hour. Gather all your things.
We will
watch
depart.
over we will watch over your wagon and your friends. At least those who want to stay behind.
And I don't mean to be disingenuous about the accommodations that we've been receiving, but if I could take your leave and dismiss the overseer that has been posted watching my friends, I feel like the hospitality would be a little bit better received for the work that I'll be doing.
The guard, they're just worried. Don't worry about it. They won't do anything unless they're actually attacked or given an order to, and I guarantee you they will be safe under my command, as long as you're willing to keep under your contract.
Right, and I do not doubt the discipline that you have drilled into these men. It's more the hawk-like nature that he feels like he needs to perch himself in a doorway that's a little bit threatening to those who are not used to the confines of an Ironman barrack, essentially.
Tell them to keep a 10-foot parameter and then give your friend some space.
Thank you, sir.
The tiefling, was it?
Yes, sir.
He then looks at Kingsman. It's just suggesting that he's giving her the order, and she is not liking these terms, but she's not going to argue with the lieutenant captain's accommodation to your request.
Well, sir, I hope that potion finds you well, and I will be in touch.
At that point, he just frowns a bit, thinking about it. Like, it tastes awful. She then walks over, takes the health potion, and then starts to grab. I was like, "Wait, what are you doing?" She's making him just chug it.
I'm gonna wait until she finishes, and as I step out the door, I'm going to go, "Come on, Kingsman, come get your dog."
You're just doing this on purpose.
Of course he is.
You didn't hear a bottle crack.
Someone got the potion.
As you stand there, you happen to see the guard still on the footway. Kingsman isn't actually stepping out just yet. Was there anything that you wanted to do or go talk to?
I'm going to just peek around this corner and say, Mira, the healer is in the other room. She should be over to see Niram here in just a minute, okay?
Oh, okay, thank you.
I also talked to the Lieutenant Captain and Lord Regent. They have a little errand that they need me to run. If you want to stay here with Niram, that's fine. If you want to come with me, that's fine. Just letting you know that I'm going to be heading out soon.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see what the rest of the group thinks.
Okay. And I'm just going to walk over here to the door, and I'm just going to crack it open. I'm just going to be like... how do I want to do this?
The guards all just freeze and then look at you like,
What are you going to do?
Oh, please, we've already been through this. Y'all just keep freezing your asses out here. Don't worry about me, okay? Olmec! Edgar!
Yes.
God damn it, I don't think they heard me. Edgar!
as you shout,
What?
seeing Edgar just standing near their wagon. As,
Watch it after Jack had gone in.
and
Olmec just
Olmec,
looks
you were
over.
just petting the horses. You were just having this little moment of friendship.
So be careful, those horses are naysayers.
Omek, I will
Just want
flip you
some
over
water.
onto your back and I will leave you there.
That was Edgar who made that joke.
Listen, I don't care, okay? Everybody get inside. We gotta chat. Make me walk my ass all the way out here. It is freezing cold. It is so... Get out of my way!
The guards is. Roll me intimidation check as you say that.
Oh, come on. I would love to see that being one.
Part of me, or my coughing.
Oh no. That is a natural one.
That is a natural one. One of the guards is like, you don't happen to see this, but Omek, you see this. One of the guards just like crosses his arms and then like finger, like gives you the quick finger behind your back. It's like,
Does I can see this?
Ega does see this as the guards begin to make their way back around the corner.
Eggy just goes inside. Boop.
The
I'm gonna-
guard now, who is at a 10-foot perimeter.
Okay, good. I was about to say.
Ugh.
Hey, why don't you sketch a picture? It'll last longer.
The guard refuses to answer you.
Okay.
As you all begin to make your way inside,
Mm-hmm.
Ormus, you also forgot that there's a door to the side. As you just happened to notice is walking around.
He doesn't
Oh,
care.
I gotta give those guards at the front who gave me such a hard time. I've got to just continue to give them a hard time as long as I'm here.
You make your way into this small little room, and you happen to see Mira still treating Nerum and such. As everyone is now within this room. There's no door, however. But you can still speak amongst yourselves privately.
I'll move.
Edgar, stop hiding behind people.
Ah!
I haven't noticed.
You guys step in to see Nerum still in a very critical condition. Mira is just 3 rags in, just trying to keep the sweat off of his body, but like,
That sounds weird.
What? Why? Why did you say that?
there's like one over his face, another on his chest, and then another one on his stomach.
Spicy.
Oh, I don't know if we're getting that topic right now. We are we
Roll
are
me a
mature.
Constitution saving throw.
Who, me?
No, Edgar.
Why me?
Okay, you gonna argue?
There.
You sneeze. And it
Okay.
hurts.
It hurt.
Well, I do have a lot of feathers in my nose right now.
Currently being outside in the cold and just walking to a nice, warm, damp area, just decided to give your sinuses a little bit of a mishap.
Hooray!
I dodged that, right?
You're fine, Ormus.
Okay.
What about the turtle?
Anyway, you all gather in this room amongst yourselves. What do you guys do?
Okay. So, long story short, there's a healer here. She's gonna come look after Nerum. I am going to be stepping out for a bit. I've been asked to go meet up with the Horus Blade mercenaries that have been hired as reinforcements. I've been asked to go meet them and make sure they get their way here. Yeah.
I could ask
So-
the horses outside about the horse blades if you wanted.
You didn't hear that.
He just
Did I not?
say that he just said that we're going. He needed to meet up with them, I thought.
Home?
Yeah.
Horace! Horace!
Ha ha. Oh, I see.
Anyways, so that is my plan. If anybody wants to stay here, that's fine. If anybody wants to come with me, that is also fine as well.
Niram just sits up like a zombie. He's like, I'm coming.
No. No, you're not. I'm just.
Oh,
I take one finger and I lightly push his forehead down back to the.
You just hear him loudly in pain. He's like, "Ah."
That was my index finger pushing you on the bed. You're gonna stay here and you're gonna get better. Understand?
You're not going.
Niram, I'll tape a 2x4 to your chest so you won't be able to sit up.
Roll me an intimidation check.
If I can't intimidate the half-dead guy, it's gonna be depressing.
But it's Nero though.
He's gonna roll it. He's gonna roll against it.
He better have disadvantage for being literally dead.
Oh no, he's not gonna get disadvantaged on
Yeah.
this.
Uh-oh. What does he roll?
You're
Oh,
gonna need- You're gonna need 5. You're gonna.
I
Oh.
want to use intimidation, where I just glare at him
Go ahead and roll me intimidation.
like the angriest glare.
You're too
7.
cute to do it. You're too cute.
You show this little cute pouty face.
Oh.
What happens if he rolls lower than that?
Yeah.
He's not gonna roll against that.
That's not fair. That's how the game goes.
All right. He's gonna roll against you then. Happy.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm so happy right now.
He just looks at me and was like,
Gosh.
I can't say no to that face. As you all just look at Mira's intimidating face, she just has puffy cheeks and a little tear coming down her eye.
Oh,
Where-
come on!
Where's that
Oh,
emote
come
that
on!
you have? Allie, where's that emote you have of Mira being like that?
Oh yeah, I don't have it on Discord. I mean, not a Discord, but I don't think I have it on Twitch.
Yeah, like a gift or something.
Perfect mean face.
Let me see.
She has a perfect picture for this already. What she looks like.
Let's see.
Look at my
Tomato.
wall face.
Did you make it a sticker?
I did
Or
not make it a
something.
sticker, but there you go.
Yeah, that's the face. That's the face. Yes. It's an in-game text chat right now.
Upstairs. Upstairs.
As you then begin to hear someone shouting outside, is like, something's approaching!
The dogs are really excited about this
I'm
approaching.
so sorry.
I'll go check it out.
Go check out those kobolds. Yes, you do that.
You guys begin, or must you quickly run outside, and the guards.
I'm gonna really try to kick the door open as hard as I can, hoping to hit one of the guards that are outside.
Roll me a strength test.
Oh no! I hope you don't kick it too hard where you just break it down.
You kick it hard as you then see the bar lock just snap in two, and you just step outside, and the guards are just like jumping out of the way, and then they point their guns at you, but then they stop, and then you look outside, and then you happen to see.
Did you see his face? Did you see his face? Ah! Ah! Ah!
I guess looking as well around the corner to see what's happening.
Okay.
The guards then approach the oxen, but Ormers, you recognize that oxen. The ox.
I'm gonna lean back inside. Omek!
What?
It's your ox, I think.
What do you want?
Get out here.
But you wanted me inside. Now you want me outside?
Listen, you need to literally be 2 steps ahead of me at all times. I know that's really difficult for you, but I really need you to be 2 steps ahead of me at all times.
Can
Olmec will
Ormus
take
be
him
2 steps
dead
in front of
serious.
himself?
The guards
Olmec will
are a
take him
little
dead
bit
serious.
confused. As
If an Ormos falls in the
1
woods,
second,
does anyone
but
hear it?
we're gonna take a quick minute break.
You okay?
Yeah, fine.
Do we need a break now?
Yeah,
Break for
we're
a
taking
tic-tac?
a 2-minute break.
If an Ormos falls in the woods and there's not an Omek to hear it,
If Ormus falls in the wood, is there Ormus to hear it?
is he still 2 steps ahead?
We haven't addressed the idea of using Benny's
Food?
Grand Slam bacon with Olmec's pastries in a joint franchise.
But the Omic buys his pastries from.
He makes them.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. I
me
have
double
yet
check
to
it,
see your best work. I'm gonna be frank with you. I have yet to see your best
Who's
work.
Frank and why is he involved?
I've seen like some half-assed cookery, like I'm hungry, and then you make something. Okay, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for your best. Okay.
Okay.
If you're being frank, then
We're
who are
talking
you
about
normally?
baking. Baking is different than cooking.
Okay, Omek, listen. You had the bacon. I had the big. We have both had the Benny's Grand Slam. Do you understand what I'm saying? We have both had the Benny's Grand Slam. You are wanting to take a Omek pastry and put it with the Benny's Grand Slam. Do you see what I'm saying here?
As
It's
you
literal.
Sorry to interrupt, but as you guys are talking about Venice Grand Slam and debate upon local pastries, the guards begin to approach the ox, and one of them notices something. He's like, "Is that a stout?"
You might want to claim it's yours.
It's my ox. What do you want with it?
Is it yours?
Yes.
Persuasion check.
Oh, you don't have doc?
I don't have documentation about the ownership of said ox.
Let me see your papers.
Papers, please.
Wrong game.
Here. 13.
The fact that they happen to see some of the most weird things occur now that it's saying that a turtle is laying claim to a wandering ox with a saddle. And the guards are going to be like, you know what? We're not going to argue this.
Seen too much. I've seen too much. I haven't had my first beer yet.
The guards are just going to stand by. It's like, well, if it's your animal, then go bring it with your cart.
Olmec will also produce a crude drawing of him and the ox having fun. See?
How did you draw it that fast?
He already had it. Come on.
When did he draw it?
This is our selfie.
Roll me a performance check. Roll me a charisma check with advantage.
Olmec has all the charisma. We know this.
I want to see how detailed this goes.
I guess just watching from inside the place.
18. You see a cute little picture of Olmec and then the ox, just like side by side in a very detailed bust together, both licking a pastry.
It's also done drawn like a kid drew it.
No, this time it's actually more detailed than
then
normal.
I can't draw that as a joke. Never mind, guys. That's too much
That- oh.
for me.
You drew us details.
It's a realistic turtle face and a realistic ox face just licking this little pastry together.
See? This is my ox.
Good.
The guards are just stunned at seeing the details of you managing to draw this, but then they're not going to question the romance between an ox and a turtle. The guards are like,
You found your ox!
I guess it's watching me.
the guards are just gonna go over here and start talking amongst themselves, like dealing with this crazy people to handle this. At the point, you are now left alone.
Wasn't Sylvia on the ox?
Yeah. And she was going to lease it from me.
What do you guys mean blind?
And I had a very lucrative offer involving mileage. So
I was looking around the corner.
You can't
Oh.
speak. Okay, the only corner you could do around is this if you're going to listen in.
Okay, I'll just forward. I was just watching over there for a second, but I'll come over here.
Can't be over here listening in and just
Yeah.
expect people not to stare at you.
does it really obviously? And we're like, dude, we can see you.
Well, I was just looking.
There's
to see what the
zero
commotion
dim light
was.
over there.
I was seeing what the commotion was at first. That's why I was.
But lurk in the shadows. There have to be shadows.
You guys then approach the ox. You happen to notice that there's still the saddle that Sylvia put on, but you also see something else on it.
I see what it is.
Hanging on the side of the saddle is one of Sylvia's heirlooms.
Nibs. But what heirloom is it?
A small decorative pendant. Mira, you recognize that as one of her family heirlooms.
It's not like bloody or anything, right?
No,
Okay, good.
no, not at all. Unless you want to roll investigation.
Yeah, I would like to, I guess, roll investigation. Yay, I'm rolling great, guys.
I guess going to expect it.
You go forth and pull it off the ox, and then examine it. You notice that Sylvia usually likes to keep things on her person, but you're wondering why is her heirloom on the oxen and she has not come back. You then also notice that Trevor is not with her, not around.
Can I roll investigation on it as well?
Yes, you may.
Here we go. Oh, hey!
24.
Damn.
You happen to notice there's a little tiny hinge at the back of it. And you realize that it has a small little compartment. You pull it out and you see a tiny little piece of scrolled up paper. And it has 3 little lines.
What language is it written in?
It's written in Elvish.
Oh. Good thing I can read Elvish.
As it's simply, do you want me to message you what this says? Or are you
Yes.
going to say this out loud?
Message me. I don't want to say it out loud right now.
Alright,
Wow, that's rude.
I will message you this out loud.
Also,
I
they
will
just
pretty
pop
much
up this.
state this. It is Sylvia's secret plan to do things throughout her life. It's her bucket list.
Yeah. Well, that's weird. My thing just weird. Oh, so they just pulled this up so you guys can see.
I am not going to write this out in details, but it will pretty much state things that Sylvia wanted to do. And
Oh,
when you
no.
start reading this, you slowly just begin to put it back in the heirloom and never speak of it again.
Let me guess. Does it involve Mira for one of them?
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Gosh darn it, Sylvia. Hey, one more better than my constitution.
You are not scarred for life, but you now know one of Sylvia's deepest, darkest things that she wants to do.
Okay, what does she want to do?
I'm not going to say it here.
I know. That's what I'm just saying out loud.
I'll leave that to your imagination. Anyway. So, what do you guys do?
Can I take the heirloom and just be concerned? Guys, I think we might need to go look for her. This is something she always had on person. It's kind of concerning.
Ah,
And has
You
anybody
okay there?
seen
Dallin.
Dallin? I'm sorry. Trevor!
God.
Yeah, I see
The guy
Dallin
who
right
voices Trevor!
there.
God.
It is I, Trevor. I am such a damsel in distress. Would someone please save me?
Oh my god. It is actually Trevor. That's funny.
He's the Dame. I don't know. What would you say for a man instead of Dancel?
Dude. Dude in distress.
Gentleman in distress.
Man in mayhem.
Mayhem.
He's the plot hook.
Not everyone's going to make your bucket list.
Also known
Anyway,
as Ship
so what do you
204.
guys do?
Rega just puts the medallion thing into Mira's backpack. If she has one.
Okay.
Oh god.
What?
Nothing.
It's something. You said it.
What do you guys do?
And then Ega's going to go like an omic to what he's going to do with the ox now.
I think we should go find Trevor and Sylvia. That's my suggestion to the group. Omek, can't you cast Talk to Animal and see what happened to Sylvia?
Yes, I do that.
I am going to. Can you do it as a ritual?
As you guys are talking amongst yourselves, Jack then approaches you. Oh, there you are. Let's fix up the wagon. Had a little accident as he shows his finger. So we staying? Are we going? Oh look, you found your ox.
All the oxen free.
Alright, you cast Speak with Animal. And now I need to get the silly music.
Oh lord.
Is it? Do you have to? Do you have to use a spell slot for that?
Is it a ritual tag?
Because I can cast it as a ritual.
Mine's a spell slot.
Don't
Okay.
you cast it as a ritual? What?
What?
Oh, right. You have to wait 10 minutes in order for this to cast.
You're going to be sitting in the cold for 10 minutes.
Just staring at the ox. like the Clooney movie Men Who Stare at Goats. That's what I'm doing with the ox.
So,
I'm just staring at him.
no, Ormus, you begin to communicate with your animal brethren for trying to stare down in a contest for 10 minutes. Having to wait for the focus to understand, feeling your instincts to finally speak to it. Omix then casts a spell on himself, which does it in an instant. So, Omic, what do you ask while Ormus is still channeling his inner beach speak?
He's got his face is all puffed up. He's like straining. He's got a little vein popping on his forehead. Yeah, so Alex like looks at him kind of weird and then says, turns to the ox and says, "Oh, so how you been? Have it been a minute since we've talked?"
Give me a second. I'm still trying to find music for this thing.
You should have expected something like this.
Yeah, why don't you have something like this?
but I was hoping that it wouldn't come up this soon. So
This soon.
Did they have anything from Olmec and Artemis? No.
you know what? I'll get some bouncy music and that would probably work.
Oh. Oh. Speak to me.
I need Southern. It's an oxen.
Sorry, that was a
Try and
loud.
find the banjo.
Ting 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 ting.
It has
Just
surely
play
been 10
banjo
minutes by
kazooie
now.
music.
It has surely been 10 minutes.
Oh, wow! Mr. Green Showman, it is such an honor to finally able to understand you.
Dallin,
The
you're my
honor
hero
is
right
all mine.
now.
Fork, 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 fork.
Why is the giant kitty cat trying to stare me down as though I look like some prime rib?
Whoa, whoa,
And everyone is just hearing,
whoa,
and Omek is just going,
whoa.
so what do you ask this, oxen? Who just is so delighted to finally be able to speak to you.
It is a delight to speak to you too.
Oh,
Um,
it's a good thing that you can finally understand me. I was wondering if you could happen to take me home. That old man pretty much took me from my place and left my family behind. And then he made me follow along in the distance the cold, and then he brought me to you.
right. And then I bought you fair and square. So,
What is
Uh-oh.
this bot thing?
I promised somebody I would take really good care of you.
But my family
Yeah.
takes care of me.
Oh, well, we'll find them eventually.
Oh, they are a sweet couple.
Anyway, you remember the lady who was riding you before on the saddle?
Oh, the big one with the big buckets and the big bunkos?
Sure. Yeah.
Man, she is a hefty person. Like, I
Yeah,
feel like
she-
my back was gonna be sore for days.
Talk about that drop.
But bless her heart, I know she's trying her best, and people say that I'm a very big and beautiful cattle.
With the dump truck.
Anyway, so what happened to her? She was on you, but now she's not there anymore.
Well, apparently she met this other blonde man with green clothes, and then they're having a discussion, and then they walked off in separate directions. And then when she was riding me, she then met another individual. She had pretty bright hair and tan skin, and then they started talking, and I didn't understand a single word I said. Or what they said. No, I understood what the other woman was saying, because she spoke to me and told me to come back here all by myself. And then she told me to ask you to tell them that everything is gonna be all right. But I didn't know how to talk to you.
Gonna be alright.
Jack is then looking confused, like, is he talking to the ox?
Yeah. Okay. So, Mr. Ox. Can I call you Mr. Ox? Is that fine?
I thought it was female.
I think it's female.
My name is Betty.
Belly or Betty?
Betty. Wait,
Betty.
can you understand me too?
No, that was out of character. I was trying to hear if I heard you right or wrong.
Well, unfortunately, you can't break the fourth wall. So you don't understand me. Oh, you're hearing this.
Whoa.
As Ormos, you still have 5 minutes left for your casting. See Ormos' tail just sticking out as he is channeling his inner beast.
Did the lady who sent you back here send you a message to bring back?
He said everything was gonna be okay, and that this Sylvia person had a greater destiny to go and fix.
But why did the green guy leave?
Well, the big busty blonde woman started dragging him, and then he threw a hissy fit.
Oh, I know who that is.
They didn't seem to get along very well, so I just stand there waiting. I was hoping they would take me home. Can you take me home?
Sure, I
West
can take it.
Virginia.
I
That'd
can make
be
sure you get home.
great! Because I have no idea where home is,
Home is where you make it.
but I will remember it. It's a big, beautiful house with a farm. It's up in the mountains, and then there's a person who just happens to stand by, a sweet old couple who pretty much just treats me all nice and tenderly, and then they give me a massage, and then they take my milk, and she just continues rambling on.
Mike is nodding and listening to some notes.
Jack is like questioning the whole thing. He's like, "Is this the Druid thing?"
Yes. Shush. We're trying to figure out where Sylvia went. I mean, Blythe.
Live.
Omeg!
Oh,
Do not interrupt.
Okay.
what about cake?
I'm like, here's cake. What? Pastry? Cake?
You make cakes? My former owner used to call them patty cakes. And then he jumped around and started dancing.
Mike's drawing this out and doing a little doodle of an ox dancing.
Like, you very have a good idea what she might be explaining, but anyway.
Uh-oh.
I
I
would
don't
say
trust
go
that.
ahead and roll me an investigation check if you want to get any more details as you start questioning this ox.
I will roll said investigation check. So I get to my normal sheet.
And Ormus, at this point, you're so close. You have about, 2 minutes left. And you just seen, you think you understood one word that she said. Benny's.
Oh yeah, we're getting somewhere.
As Omek, you begin to get the details. From what you get understanding from the description, Sylvia met with Trevor, and then they split up. And then Sylvia was heading here, but then she met up with another person, and then she went with this other person, and then the ox, Betty, decided to head over in this direction. All by her lonesome.
Okay, so there's nothing else to really gain here. Okay. Olmec will thank the ox and whatnot. And, Betty, I will chat with you later. I would love to hear more of your story on this farm. But for now, I'm going to turn to my friends and we're going to talk amongst ourselves, okay?
And with that, Oramus, you begin to now understand and able to speak with animals.
Hello?
Oh,
At this
hello! As you two begin to talk amongst yourselves and Omek, you turn to everybody and begin to explain what is happening.
So, folks, it sounds like Sylvia is okay. She and Trevor, she dragged Trevor off into the distance. They have some higher destiny to fulfill. And they sent the ox back specifically to tell us everything's fine. Though I'm not sure how Sylvia knew that the ox would be able to tell us everything was fine. But that's what she did.
That seems too smart for Sylvia.
Oramus, what are you saying to Betty?
Where are the two that you were with?
Oh, they were out in the middle of the open, right next to the big crater.
Were there any buildings nearby?
Oh, there are tons of old buildings, but they seem to have been destroyed. Oh, and there are two other individuals that Sylvia. What is that? Her name? Is that how you pronounce it?
Not important. Two individuals, what?
Oh, there was two other people that she spoke with. I think they said something about a camp and 8 eels. I wasn't paying attention much. I was looking at grass.
How far?
What's a far?
Okay. How far is it from here to where they were?
I can go there and show you, but I would really like something to drink. You got any water?
I'm gonna pick up some snow and just shove it in Austin's mouth.
Give me an animal handling check with disadvantage.
Let's see that. Oh. Oopsie poopsie.
That's
That's not a land vehicle.
Oromos pick up some snow and try to shove it in Betty's face. You hear
Drink the snow!
does a 11 hit you?
No, it does not.
Alright, well, she is now charging at you as you are starting to piss her off.
Can I do a test of strength just to see if I can just stop her?
How long does speak Darius for 10 minutes?
It's 10 minutes. So during that time, Omek will speak to her. Now, Ormus is now just starting to pick a fight with him. Go ahead and roll me an intimidation check. Can't believe you're doing this to poor Betty. Monster.
I can.
After what Betty did for us, how could you? Can Betty beat that? Never mind.
Nope. At the point when you start to like be intimidating, she then tries to like buck back at you, shaking her head, and she seems a little bit upset. But then you start staring her down, and then she starts to like walk away. Like she is now afraid of you. She's like, "You a mean kitty cat."
Listen, I swear to you, if you make me chase you down, you will regret it for whatever short lifespan you have after that. Get over here. I'm trying to get information from you.
As you start storming all the way over there, trying to like intimidate. Should we stop him?
Oh.
You know, Armis, you could just ask nicely.
I was talking to the cow. The cow wanted to get all uppity about needing water.
Of
I
course she
tried to give it some
probably is.
snow, which is water.
Are you thirsty
Give me some
too?
water skins to Dudley. So she's probably traveling all day. Ain't that right, good girl? You a nice man.
I'm just gonna go right here, and I'm just gonna sit down. I'm gonna look off in this direction, and I'm gonna really try to calm down.
Alright, so after that interesting interview with our new NPC,
The
Ox,
bull. The
Betty,
oxen.
the old Ox.
Can we name her Betty White?
No. May she rest in peace.
I kind of want to now.
Okay.
I mean, she is old. That's up to you guys.
We just don't know when she's gonna die.
No, I say no.
Oh, you stop that. Anyway, what do you guys do? Ega, Omek, and Mira, you stand there talking amongst yourselves as Ormus tries to cool off some steam.
Omek will make Oramus a snow cone.
Well, guys, it sounds like Sylvia's okay. I guess. little annoyed she just left without saying anything. But okay. But we don't know where Trevor is, and Trevor's kind of helpless. So what do you
That's
think we do?
No, Trevor's with Sylvia. Trevor's fine.
No, they said they stormed. The cow said they stormed. You said the cow said they stormed off in different directions.
I guess keep track of who's saying what now.
Actually, Omek never said that they traveled off in separate
Oh,
sections.
okay, never mind. That's meta knowledge. Hey, you should probably tell us that. Unless you don't care about Trevor. Which is
I gather the rest of the group around and read to them like bedtime story time with his story that he wrote in his book about the ox. And in doing so, relay all the information that
Yeah, so we really should go make sure Trevor's not dead somewhere.
In here, inside your ear, Amira's like, honestly, we are dealing with children. How are we being kept behind by such childish figures? If we only had some truly helpful followers.
We should really go find Trevor.
Which direction did the ox say that they were? South, I'm assuming.
Either way.
Okay,
this
so that
way.
is not in the direction of the Lord's old home.
The ox never said a direction. The ox just said that she can take you where they went. All she wanted was some water. And you shoved snow in her face.
But how dare you shove still?
You know, I could probably find them. As Asilla keeps whispering in your ear, Mira.
I wish I could hear that.
Omek, could you please go get the cow and have it lead us to where they were?
Okay.
At least where Trevor was, because it sounds like Sylvia's okay.
Omek will go back to the ox and explain the situation and ask her very nicely to take us to where she last saw the green guy.
Unfortunately, you do not have speak with animals anymore as your duration has dismissed. Ormil still has a couple more minutes.
I'm gonna no. Before you go talk to this, I'm gonna grab your tail and I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna say, "Do not fuck this up. Be nice to the goddamn ox and find out where Trevor is."
Are you pulling on his tail?
Yeah, I pulled on his tail because I'm not fucking around.
Roll me intimidation check. Fight! Kiss. I'm
The
sorry.
next ship is about to take part.
22.
23. All right.
What does the miss? 12.
And she doesn't know as he likes it.
Oh wow, we're getting
What the
that
heck,
now.
guys?
Rawr. The kitty knows, she knows how to make the kitty purr.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, guys.
You feel an odd sensation of intimidation coming forth from this tiny blue one.
Well, she would know more about the cows than I would. Okay, fine. Shit.
What did you just say?
I said you would know more about cattle and livestock than I would.
You said cows!
Yes, it's a cow. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Excuse me.
Please note this is all in game.
Excuse me. Bovine. Can you please take us to where you last saw the frail boy?
Roll me a persuasion check, Ormus, as she begins to drink water from a smaller water can given by
Oh my
Jack.
God, I'm crying.
Question.
Jack is
Can
like,
I have advantage because the cow's scared of me?
No.
Damn it.
No, the cow is not afraid of you. The cow doesn't want to deal with you right now because you're mean. The ox does not want to deal
Aha!
with you. He's
Wait,
like,
wait.
I'm sorry. My trigger gliders will randomly get mad.
She's like, that timing.
I'm just refreshed. This nice old man just gave me some fresh water.
Ordemus, I'll take out, because for some reason I have this like stale bread in my inventory. I don't know where it came from, but I'm gonna say I'll give her the stale bread if she tells us where Trevor is.
The blue thing will give you some crust if you tell us where the frail boy is.
Please.
What's crust?
It's like grass, but hard.
I really like to take a nap, though. I've been walking around all day, as you just see her now prone, just laying down.
Okay, I would really, I would love if you would just at least, can you use your eyes or nose or something and point us in the direction that frail boy was?
All I remember was a giant crater.
Oh my gosh. Yes, crater, gotcha. When you came down this dirt walkie lane and not the cold burr stuff, you came down the dirt walkie lane, okay? When you came down this dirt walkie lane, which way did you go down the walkie lane to get to the frail boy?
Ah, this is beautiful.
She looks in this direction, gesturing her snout.
Okay.
As you begin to notice that your speak with animals is beginning to fade, as she just starts to.
Okay, so we're just gonna walk in that direction, and I'm gonna start heading off because, and I'm gonna say to the rest of the group, okay, if I have to deal with this cow anymore, I'm literally going to turn it into the most fine ground beef for a new,
Grand slam.
a new creation for Benny. He's gonna have the finest cuts of this actual land eater.
Can the cow understand him still?
Yeah,
No, I'm talking in Leonin, so none of you understand me.
As you shout this out in Leonin, Jack is just looking in utter confusion. He's like, well, I guess he just needs space. So, what's the plan?
We're gonna go help find Trevor. You're welcome to stay here and maybe keep an eye on near him so he doesn't do something stupid. I would really appreciate that. Yeah, or if you want to come with us, you can.
I think I will gladly stay behind and watch the wagon and the creatures and keep an eye on our dear friend.
Okay, that sounds
You
good.
can count on me.
All right, good. All right.
Put my sword. At the point he begins to go walking in the wagon. All right, so you guys make your way off.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Hooray!
Finally, progress.
Well, you say we didn't make progress at all right there? We were doing a lot of
It was
progress.
a very interesting scene, but now we
That's
actually
progress.
It's fun. Progress does not need to mean crazy progression. As long as we're having fun, that's all that matters.
Oh, hey, there we are.
So, as you guys begin to leave the area, heading towards, you didn't happen to notice the giant crater that Betty was talking about. So you notice that she was around this region.
Question: would this be the Lord's old house?
No, if you can roll me a perception check, I'd be happy to point that out for you.
Damn it! Damn it!
I won't know what I'm rolling.
I know that it was south. That's what he said. So
I will tell you this. Given the direction, south of here, you see 3 potential spots. Here, here, and here. But this one, however, seems to be a lot more larger, a lot more luxurious. You do have to see some damage that inflicted on it at a heavier scale.
okay.
So that might be the manor. You're not
Okay.
100% sure, but you feel like that will probably be the first place to check.
Cool. Should we split up and look for Trevor?
Never split the party.
No, that's a horror game.
If you guys think that's the best idea, I just want to make sure he's okay. I'm really worried.
Well, if he was going to take shelter in one of these buildings around here, I would assume that he's going to go into this one here.
Oh!
Looks like it is the biggest. It has sustained a lot of damage, but could also have rooms that are unscathed.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea. What do you guys think? Okay, let's go, since no one else is speaking up.
I guess okay.
You guys begin to make your way around the crater, heading towards this direction, as you all finally manage to. It's not too far off. It's like a couple minutes, considering how big this place is and how sparse it is. A lot of these homes have been damaged, and this one especially seems to have taken a heavy toll. You look, and you guys can put your tokens here if you wish. I set up the scene.
Okay. Oops, that was almost the wrong character. Jimmy wants steak.
Come across and reach your final destination. This large house, fit for a manor. Not a manor, but a decent sized home. But on the other side is the house. It's 2 stories, but there's a huge crater that has ash and stone scattered about, and there's snow that has fallen in. You can tell that there are holes in the ceiling, and it looks as though there was a large explosion or an impact that occurred here. The door on the side over here seems to be swinging back and forth, but you can enter through the debris, or you can enter through the door.
Who wants to go which way?
I am going to go through the door.
I'm gonna stay with the giant cat guy. But before we go in, can I roll perception to see if I see any tracks or anything?
Roll me a survival check.
Damn it, Sylvia, why are you here?
You know why.
17!
Oh, hey.
I learned something from her.
If you learn something, you have a +1 then.
You look around, and you notice that there are a fresh set of footprints. Then you notice something on the ground, right here, billowing near the snow. You rush over, you kneel down, and you start to move it out of the way. The stone and the snow, and then you pull up something. As your eye goes wide.
It's Trevor.
It's Trevor's hat.
Oh no!
Good.
Guys! I'm gonna just kind of hold it up, and I'm gonna show a clear sign of concern.
Is the door standing right here? Like, is there a door or is it broken down?
There's a door, and it's creaking.
I'm walking up to it and I'm kicking it open.
It's not like fully closed.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still like kicking it wide open so that it can't creak anymore.
You kick it wide open. And you happen to look inside here. You step through the snow that is on the hardwood floor. You look about in an area that doesn't seem too damaged, but over in the top corner where the stairs would lead to the second floor, and there's some debris blocking this passageway and the stairs that go second. And then you happen to look that there's a light source coming from outside inside this destroyed area, which both the first and second floor have been wrecked.
Do you see Trevor in there? Or any sign of Trevor in there?
Can I look around to see if I can see any signs of recent activity?
Roll me an investigation check.
Egg is going to come in as well. Hello.
You don't see any footprints that have gone through the door.
And what was the other way of entry?
Through the giant hole.
I would like
Ed-
to go through the giant hole and see if I notice.
Edgar, do you see any signs of Trevor?
Egg moves a bit further in and tries to look.
Alright, roll me investigation if you want to examine the area, or you want me to roll me perception to see if anyone is inside.
So right now I'm looking to see first.
This part of the house seems to have been the only thing that was left undamaged during the attack, but you can tell that the weathering outside has managed to made it chilled. There's
What's
no
the-
light source?
I was about to say, what's the lighting like inside the place?
Very dim. Like the only light source that is coming from anywhere is through the windows, the doors. Like there's no lighting.
Let me see
It's
something.
there are shadows and darkness around every corner, and then there seems to be the staircase that is completely destroyed, and the only light you see that illuminates is from here and over here.
Okay.
I will pull out a torch.
Right? You pull out a torch, and as you do so,
I was going to put on night. I was going to pull out my vision.
you light up a torch and you get a better view. There seems to be a fireplace, an old writing desk, a bookshelf, a little bench with scribbles on it.
Is this a door over here?
That's the window.
No, that is a window.
Okay, that's
This
a window.
was a
Okay.
staircase.
Doorway
that's
over
destroyed.
here. This is the
Okay.
stairs, and
But
they are
they're just-
completely destroyed. There's no
Can
way of
cli-
going.
I was about to say, can climbing gear get me up to the second floor?
There is no way for you to even go up, because as Mira starts to make her way inside through the debris, which this is also considered difficult terrain, Mira,
Okay.
you look at this area and it is completely destroyed. The wall here is completely smashed. Debris from the second floor and the roof have collapsed all over this area. There was a large crater explosion. Go ahead and roll me a investigation or perception check. Perception to see if anyone is around. Investigation to look for something.
Yay. 11.
You don't see any sign of Trevor, but under the debris, you think you see someone.
Oh lord, I'm gonna dig them out.
You see a small little tiny child hand reaching out.
Oh.
It is pale, frozen, but still. You can tell it's that of a tiny little girl's hand. trapped underneath layer and layer of stone and brick.
Yeah. I'm. This is horrible.
Hold this.
Huh?
I'm gonna hold the torch out to her,
Oh, okay.
and I'm going to try to remove the rubble from the little girl's body.
Roll me out. I like to check. You managed to pull out some debris, but as you do, it is a very horrible, gruesome sight.
I look away.
Look away.
I'm going, once I get her removed from the rubble, I'm going to,
You don't think
oh, I can't get her out of the rubble?
I don't think you can, due to the body's condition. Omek, what are you doing outside?
Omek finally wanders in and sees the body and everyone looking away, acting all sad, so you follow suit.
Agus is looking at this crate right now.
And then Omek notices the writing table.
How do you
Yeah.
know it's the writing table?
He's just walking around.
Ormus, the moment you try to pull her out, just a tiny little tug, you hear something snap. As you now hold her tiny frozen arm. And Omek, you just watch this.
You scarred Omic for life.
It feels cold as porcelain, like a doll.
You're a doll.
What?
Edga, you are looking around, and all you find is debris. The only thing you happen to notice is a large crate, which seems to have survived the damage, covered in ash and dust.
This crate seems to be intact. Could he be hiding here? If he is here?
I mean, you can
Roll me.
look.
Roll me investigation.
I'm not opening it. I was saying that out loud to everyone.
Go ahead and open it.
Alright. Roll investigation, you said?
Yes.
The mimic one.
9. You open the crate. Seeing the dust fly around, and there seems to be a set of clothes, a couple of sets of clothes, fit for winter wear, so to speak, like a scarf, a jacket, a pair of snow boots. They all seem to fit a small creature.
I don't think he's in this crate if he was here.
Probably not.
And it's all covered in ash.
Very ashy, though.
I'm going to start making a rock grave for the little girl.
I'll help.
As you start to putting her hand back and starting to pile up the stones over her crushed frozen remains, you both begin to try to make it as decorative as a grave as much as possible. Olmec, what do you do?
Olmec will be just looking around, seeing if he sees anything interesting.
Roll me a perception check.
Weren't you going to that writing desk?
Yeah, there was a writing table, wasn't there?
You not in this room. You didn't see it.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
So
So
go ahead and roll me a perception check if you want to look around this area.
Yeah, I want to look around.
Oh, look his eyes.
You
I
begin to
have
look
2 eyes.
around, and even with the lighting past this point, you can tell that this used to be a kitchen. As you begin to step over the crate and the large debris, you see a remaining wooden pillar. You even look up to see the remnants of the second floor, which seems to have been collapsed and destroyed. And then you see over here a large pot, a clay pot. You open it, and you happen to find a set of dirty gingerbread cookies.
Oh, they're dirty though.
They are covered in ash, only a couple of them near the edge on the top, but you happen to wipe it off. You pull out a cookie, and it seems like they were baked a few days ago.
I will let the rest of the party know. These cookies are only a few days old. Snaps them in half, looking at them inquisitively.
But wasn't the
Knowingly.
attack on the... How long ago was the attack on town?
A few days ago,
Oh, okay.
like 2 days,
That makes sense then.
like 2 to 3 days ago at this point. So this damage is still fresh, because you can even tell that that it snowed last night, and there is snow all over this area. You can even roll me a nature check if you wish, Omek.
Sure, I will do that as well.
Let me know when we after this when we have the grave done.
15.
15. As you happen to do so, you examine the condition of this place. It seems the weathering has made it nearly inhospitable in this climate. The food has been destroyed except for this one simple clay pot. But unless they happen to go into the other room, which was possibly the only safest shelter, no one would have been here that long.
Omek will put down the pot and continue into the other room.
There's your little grave. As you begin to wander in the room, stepping over the boards, moving stuff out of the way, you happen to examine a much more cleaner room, except for in the other front door where the snow has blown in and the stairs have been destroyed. And you happen to see a small little writing desk and a bench with scribbles on it and a tiny little bookshelf.
I want to look through the materials on the writing desk.
Alright, while you do that, Mira and Ormus, you happen to stop and finish putting a tiny little stone right above a pile of debris where the little girl's body was. Unmarked, but presentable in a way that you have buried her here.
I'm going to stand up. Going to take my right fist and put it over my chest. And in Leonin, I'm going to say, "May the sun never set on your savannah. May the rains bring fresh life, so that you may live on and the bounty of the lands beyond. The pride will never forget. The pride will carry you on.
Aw.
And when I'm done with that, I'm going to dust myself off and start walking away.
As you begin to walk away, you happen to notice that Edgar begins to examine a large crate in the corner. And you then realize and remember something.
Yep.
That little girl was the Regent Lord's granddaughter.
Yep.
And you remember something important on your mission.
Yep.
Do.
Edgar, did we see any sign of Blythe or Trevor?
Nothing in this crate. Well, I didn't really look much.
Well,
Maybe we
let's
can
make
have
sure
a
that
better
we're
chance.
let's make sure that we're thorough. And if they're not here, let's move out.
What is this? A fireplace?
Yes, as you look through the doorway, you happen to see a cold fireplace with a set of antlers, and then there's an empty shelf right next to it.
Ah. There's the. Is it? Can I see if there's anything underneath these floors?
No, because you don't see anything past the debris.
So I can't see these.
No, you just
Okay.
see the stairs. You see a
Okay.
set of destroyed stairs. But if you want to go over there and investigate, you may do so.
Do. Edgar's going to leave Oramos with the crate.
Mira, you
I don't see anything.
look around after finishing burying the little girl, and Ormos is starting to look in that direction, watching Eka leave.
I'm just gonna yell Trevor really loud.
You shout out for Trevor, and everyone hears this. Ormos,
Trevor!
no response.
I have your hat! Come back! Okay, I'm gonna go deeper into the house.
As you then bump into a column.
Oh, there's a column there?
Yeah, there was like a one lone
Oh,
pillar.
I didn't
right
realize
there.
that was a... Yeah, I'm just distraught. Sorry. Why am I apologizing to a column? Trevor!
You are going straight through debris as you're just jumping all over the place.
Yep. I'm nimble.
As you just start climbing over through a safe area, trying to make your way through. You're stepping on what's to be piles and piles of floorboards that just collapsed.
Yep.
And also what was a former dinner table.
Man, Trevor, I mean, she's really, like, determined there.
Right. Ormos, make your way to the crate as everyone is now in the other room.
I'm going to open the crate.
You open the crate. There's nothing in it except for the clothes. Unless Edgar took all the clothes.
Edgar didn't take anything. How
Alright.
dare you assume Edgar took something?
I'm asking.
No.
I'm gonna get the girl's boots and go and place them on her grave.
Right. Roll me a investigation or perception check if you wish, Ormus. Don't happen to notice. Actually, no, give me advantage on that check.
Not any better.
Never mind.
I do realize that this is the only chest in the house, and that he said that there was a trapdoor under the crate. So I know that this is probably, I mean, unless it's underneath all this debris over here somewhere, or like on the second floor, I know that this is where I'm gonna be looking underneath.
You don't see the trapdoor, so it's probably very small.
Yep.
But you take the boots anyway, and you bring it over to the little girl's grave.
Yep.
And as you do so, or Omek, you look over at the writing desk. You see a large jug, possibly filled with mead, and a little quill pen, and a bottle of black ink, and a soft tissue paper. There seems to be no paper or parchment around this area. It seemed probably to have flown around, or just wasn't there at all.
So nothing written down anywhere.
No, not in this area.
Okay. I'll turn to the bookshelf and see if anything there jumps out at me.
All right. As you look at the books, some of them seem to be older volumes of old folk tales. Some seem to be geographic, and then there's a tiny little section with 3 little shelves. One labeled "The Fox and the Hound," another called "The Singing Willow," and then the third says "The Fairy Godmother." These happen to be children's books, or fairy tale books.
Okay. Mike will take the fairy godmother, crack it open, and start looking it over.
Alright, roll me a religion check.
Right?
He's ready.
Right, as Ormos, you step in the room, seeing Omek reading the book. Mira, you just keep looking around, calling for Trevor, and you peek through the little boards, and there just seems to be just broken boards in a pit of darkness. With
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
you don't happen to find anything, just more wood.
Mm-hmm. I come to see you now again.
Did anyone find anything?
I haven't found anything.
I saw darkness.
Okay, we're looking for Trevor.
As
Omek?
Mira is holding the torch, I believe.
I am, yeah, because he never took it back from me.
How dare you steal torch?
I didn't.
Seems that no one is no longer here and has been left alone. But you notice that Trevor was here recently.
Omek, did you find anything?
I found these interesting books. I got a 16 on my religion check.
16. So reading through a couple pages during the couple minutes, this is a story of a fairy woman who went to the material world to do good. And during her travels, she has always gone to precious little innocent girls, granting them their biggest wish. Most of them turn into princesses, others have managed to find their true love, and some others who are also misfortunate have always managed to find a happy ending. But the fairy godmother
Uh,
was not. Even after helping all these girls, she still felt as though she had very much work to do. But you only read through the pretty much a couple pages for first glance, and there's still a lot more to the story. It's a very short book too, so.
Can I roll a history check to see if I've read any of these books when I was in the Because all I had were books growing up.
Some of these books don't actually look very familiar.
Okay. I haven't heard of any of these. Not that that's saying much, but
On the bench,
Do I-
however, you can notice down digital carvings with wax crayon mark like scribbles all over the place of handwriting, hearts, horses.
this is just heartbreaking.
scribbles on the bench.
On the bench.
How? Just for my reference, how big is the bench compared to the crate?
The bench, I would say is at least 1 foot by 3 in length and width, and height it is about at least 1.5 feet.
It's like a smaller bench. Okay.
It's like the size for a kid.
Would it fit inside of the crate?
I would say yes.
Do I recognize the books that Omek has as being children's books? Not like I recognize like they would like what they are.
They're fairy
Like-
tale novels.
He's
But
looking for
you haven't
the
read any of
read.
them before.
Omek, actually, I guess I'll share with everyone here. This is the house, or the previous residence of, the Lord Regent,
Oh.
and that girl in there was his daughter, granddaughter. So, Omek, if you don't mind, could I have those books? Because I think that returning those back to him will give him something to remember her by.
Almec nods emphatically and agrees.
And I mean, I don't think Trevor's here or Blythe, so
Well, we haven't checked upstairs. I didn't see any footsteps leaving this place.
Okay, you thoroughly examining the steps know that there's no way to go upstairs, and whatever probably is up there has most likely been destroyed. And you can even see the roof right above you guys slanting down as
Yeah.
though everything has collapsed on the other side.
I'm sorry. She's getting desperate. Okay.
let's keep. We're not losing faith. We're not losing hope. Let's just
Okay.
move on, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna start to walk outside.
Did anybody look at the fireplace?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go do that really quickly.
Be careful not to light it on fire.
No. Perception or investigation, Dallin?
Either one. Investigation if you're digging in the fireplace. Perception
Oh.
if you're digging on it.
Well, I want to not dig in it then. Sorry. It doesn't matter. I'm rolling great.
You do happen to notice something.
Oh.
The fire has small little embers.
Hey! Hey, wait! Don't leave yet!
He can't hear you.
And you think something was burnt in the fireplace recently, or someone lit the fires in here.
So a cooked person there.
What? Armis! Poof. Someone should. There's embers still in the fireplace.
Edgar goes to see if they're warm or not. If it's warm still.
Very faint. Very, very faint. So, go ahead and roll me a survival check.
Oh boy, let's see how bad I do. Oh wow, never mind.
Determining the fire burned, it was probably like a little bit an hour ago since someone used this flame. Or used this
Ding.
fireplace.
So, seems like we're an hour behind whoever was using this.
How do we
Okay,
know?
so what we need to do is look around the house and see if we can find anything leading away from the house.
Okay.
Right. Can we check to see if there's footsteps outside that go away from the house?
Well, I mean, we only walked in through the front. I mean,
Mhm.
there's 3 other sides of the house.
So let's do that.
Next time on Mystery Solver.
You guys walk outside.
I go through.
Almec, are you still reading through the book?
He gave me the books.
Okay. So, Olmec, what are you doing while they're looking through the fireplace?
Mike's looking at some of the other older volumes that are on the bookshelf.
You notice that there is a modern novel, or at least modern for this time, and it says in a very faded binding, "The Long Arm of the Law," and this seems to be like the most used one. And you open it up, and you happen to see personal scribings or like footnotes on the side of the pages. Like someone is using this to quote certain lines. One in particular, as you begin to read through it, it says, "The lady is blind, but yet she hears all who are guilty of conviction. And she raises up her mallet and states, all are guilty until proven innocent."
That's great.
Mm.
And you just keep flipping through the pages, and if you want to keep reading this on your own personal time, you may do so. But
Yeah,
as
I'll keep the book.
Ormus, as you begin to step outside, you look about, and it's very quiet. A little drift of cold wind blowing by. And then you begin to hear something back in the house.
In the back of the house?
Back inside the house.
Oh, back inside the house.
And then Ascilla, Mira,
Mm-hmm.
I think we should leave.
Why? We're looking for...
I sense something.
That doesn't tell me much, and I'm more concerned about finding Trevor right now than trusting you.
No, I sense something familiar.
Uh-oh.
Well, if you want to leave, then maybe we should stay.
Bonk. I rammed into.
As Ormos, you begin to move inside the house, you hear the whispers.
Quiet.
What?
Hey,
Is
we're
it
not...
coming?
Shh. Listen.
You hear them coming from over here.
Can we all hear it or only him?
Only him. And you hear it beckoning towards you.
Actually, before I walk over
Doing
there,
okay.
before we walk over there, I'm gonna say, I need everyone to get out of the house.
What?
Out now.
Okay.
Can I sense insight?
Go ahead.
I'm inciting. That's a 6.
Reading the scene of the room, you feel as though they may be a threat, and Ormos is trying to protect you.
Oh. He just slides out. We're over here, guys.
As they go out, I'm gonna shout. Check for footprints. Make sure that no one has come or gone other than the sets that we've seen.
Okay.
And I'm gonna approach the crate.
As you hear the voices getting louder, and you can hear it underneath this crate of clothes.
I'm gonna move it.
Can I do... Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was gonna do a perception check outside, but this is... I thought there was a break in the action. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead if you wish. Everyone can roll outside for perception.
Okay. Oh.
9, Omek? Are you looking, or are you just going to stand there and look pretty?
I'm pretty good looking. We'll roll perception as well. I failed miserably.
Omek, you're reading more into this book, but you can't quite understand the mythology or what it's really about. It's like, what's just about modern cowboys?
Get these books from?
It's like, where are the pretty pictures? It's all serious. Mira, as you begin to look around in the bushes, searching around the house, you sense something. You sense something odd about the wind as it blows towards you, and Nasilla says, "We really need to leave now."
You need to tell me why. My friends are still here.
Because I sense something very serious, something very dark and familiar.
Well, what is it?
I don't know, but I know it's not good. And Oramus, as you stand over this trapdoor, you
It's a
kneel,
trap.
you kneel down, and even not knowing of your own actions, grab the handle and lift it up. And
Hey guys, maybe we should get out of here.
as Mira, you pretty much turn around, and I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw, Mira.
Oh no.
Oh, Mira has to roll it.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, 17. Okay, good.
You feel your hand, your left hand, begin to you're feeling yourself begin to jerk in a direction, and you trying to feel Asilla trying to take control. It's like, we have to leave now. I am not standing here and going to get ourselves killed because of your stupidity, Mira.
Wow, first time she's
Right.
used my name. I'm very
Right.
surprised.
Notice what's happening to Mira.
No one hears this except for Mira.
Guys,
and
I
Well,
think
no,
we really
I'm talking about the movements of her body.
yeah, you notice that she jerked in the opposite direction.
Guys, I really think we might want to leave. I'm having this weird hunch. We should leave.
And as you guys are debating, Ormus, you look down in the foothold of this small little trap. It's not even 2 feet deep. It's very narrow, but underneath it, you can hear a pulsating sound with something wrapped around a linen. And you hear a voice. Worthy vessel. Yes. Yes. As it begins to pulsate a little bit. Not in visual aspect, but through your eyes, Ormus, you can feel your senses pulsating. Like your eyes, they begin to bulge for a moment as you just start to gain focus. I sense bloodshed on you. I sense much anger, violence. And then, Ormus, you reach down and you pick it up the bindings. Now I ask you, do you undo the bindings?
No.
You don't undo the bindings. You still pick it up, but you can feel the shape of it. It feels that like a football almost, but jagged through the linen. And it's definitely covered up, and all over it, covered in sigils, inscribed in a red ink of some sort. What proficiencies are you known to understand for languages?
Just common and Leonin.
Are you proficient in religion?
No.
Go ahead and roll me religion. Whatever is underneath this, you have no idea. It is not of this plane. In fact, you sense something. Something strong. Something frightful. You have no words to describe it, and yet it beckons you. I can grant you the power you do whatever you want. You know what you want, and I can give you that power. You don't hear this voice through your ears, you hear it in your head.
I'm not the only one hearing voices in my head anymore. Yay.
As Ormos, what do you do with your secret package?
I'm going
don't,
to
don't. Please.
put it in the crate.
You shove it in the crate.
And I'm going to cover it up with the clothes that are in there. And I'm also going to put the books inside the crate that Omek gave me. And I am going to carry this crate outside.
Alright, roll me. Actually, you know what? I would say it's not that heavy. For you, you can easily carry it in your arms, but it's going to take both of your arms to do so.
That's fine.
So, as you begin to carry this crate along with the package, everyone steps outside, and then you see Ormos holding the crate, that Ega that you were going through.
They could just watch us.
Well, yeah, I think we should get out of here. Where do you think the next spot we should look is?
Did anybody find anything? Any footprints
I
or
didn't
anything?
find anything.
I assume I didn't either.
Did we look
Well-
around the whole place, Dallin?
You have pretty much examined as much as you could, but, Mira, your body, in reaction, doesn't want to go anywhere near Ormos for some reason. And if you try to do so, you will be under the frightful effect. Something feels off, but you don't know what.
Can I see that? Her reaction to that?
Can I insight it all, or what would? Probably not.
I would say this is not a contested situation. I would pretty much say this is just your gut feeling.
Okay. Great.
Am I able to notice that she's having like a struggle with like being in proximity to me?
That is your call to make.
Yeah, I want to see if I can tell that she's uneasy. I don't know what that would be. I don't want to ask her. I just want to see, I just want to know if I can like tell.
You just happen to notice that she's worried. You don't know about what.
Okay. Did I get a good look at the symbols and sigils that were on the linens?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. I'm gonna set it down, and I'm gonna walk over to Edga and Omek and Mira, and I'm gonna say, okay. I just thought it would be kind of us to take all of the Lord Regent's granddaughter's things back with us. So the clothes, the books. I don't know if this crate has any meaning to him or not, but I just felt like it would also be good. And I'm sorry, I meant to mention this. I also wanted to put the bench in there as well. That has all the scribbles and drawings on it.
You did forget about that. But
Yeah.
I would say you did manage to take all the memorabilia that you happen to find and put it in the crate as best as you can.
Okay. Um, I just think that he would be really appreciative of that. And since he's doing so much to help us out with Niram, so I just thought that would be something that would be nice to do. As far as, oh, go ahead.
I agree, but I mean that stuff will most likely be here. We could just go put it back in there under some rubble. We gotta find Trevor first.
Right. This is no struggle for me to carry at all, and I think it would be nice for him to not have to come back here for these things, and be able to just have these as a memoriam, where he's at now, and then if he wants to come visit her grave, he can do so. So, Edga and Omek,
Hmm?
I feel like you two are the more perceptive of the four of us. Can you both kind of go and look, one kind of westish, one kind of northish, and just see if you guys can tell what would be a good direction for us to head?
Do you know what direction we are looking at right now?
Yeah, we're at the south. We're at like the south western part of the big crater in the middle. So I'm assuming Trevor would have tried to find other shelter, or I just think that with you two being able to, um, I just think you two would be able to find where he may have gone.
Oh, by the way, but what's that you're all excited, you're all up and about getting us out of there?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I heard something. I thought it was an enemy. I thought, we needed to be ready for combat or an ambush. Turns out it was no combat threat at all. So,
Can I roll insight?
Hmm.
I mean, I'm telling the
Or-
truth. I chose my words very carefully.
I would pretty
Rosie.
much say, if you guys want to be very certain, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check to assure the situation, and you may go ahead and roll me insight check if you wish. Your motives are not deceitful, but you are trying to give them peace of mind. Again, you feel like there's more to the situation than what Ormus is saying, but you don't know what.
Ega's eyes narrow a bit before she nods and then goes, first take a look around to see if anything's around that house. Because I don't think anyone checked around the house right now.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. Scylla said we needed to get out of this area. As in, she was scared, and I don't see her scared that often.
Ega.
I'm gonna say, you two go look. I'm gonna talk with Mira and see if we can kind of figure out where he might have head, and just come back if you guys can let us know if you guys may find something or have a good idea of where to head. Okay.
Dallin, do I sense that it's the box that's scaring me, or is it him?
You at first you feel like you don't want to go anywhere near Ormus, but it's still in that same direction. Like you don't want to go anywhere near this place. But you could probably put two to two together that there's something odd in the box, but you don't know what. And you have disadvantage getting close to the box.
Do.
And then on the top, on all of your ears, you then hear a shouting panic.
Oh, look, it's comic relief.
Where's
Yeah,
it coming
that's Trevor, right? I'm sure that's Trevor.
Out in the distance, you hear a shouting,
from? Which
panic,
direction?
Trevor.
Which direction?
Give me a moment. Give me a moment.
Damn it.
Wait. Shoot. Sorry.
You hear
I'm
it
gonna probably
coming
put these guys
from
away in a minute.
this direction over here.
Over
I didn't
where?
see a ping.
Over here.
Over where?
We're not seeing
Over.
a ping.
Am I on the GM layer?
Maybe.
Like, I've zoomed out completely from the...
Yeah, I am on the GM layer.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Oh, there's a ping.
Okay.
There
That
you go.
West, northwest?
Yay!
All right, so you guys quickly hear the panic situation.
I think we should go that way. But Ormus, are you sure there isn't anything else in that box? I just have a weird feeling about it, and I trust you. That's just, there's nothing else in that box.
Mm,
So is Omek still standing like literally right next to us?
Omek is standing right next to you guys.
Okay. Mira, it's just some children's clothes and some memorabilia. I'm pretty sure that was Trevor that we just heard. I don't know.
Okay,
Like-
you're right.
Yeah. Let's go.
As you hear this screaming starting to get louder.
oh, he's coming to us.
Nope, you have no idea where this is coming from. So we're going to take a quick 2-minute break.
Okay.
I'm gonna go put
We
these
gotta get him
guys
more
away.
reacquainted.
Man, this is intense.
Ba 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 ba. Oh God, no, I don't want that September. Wah. Hey, look, Banjo's coming back to the Nintendo.
Okay, I've returned.
Hello, return. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Yay.
I've never played that game, so it's not a...
What?
I just said hello. Hello, return.
Oh, I thought you were talking about whatever game you're talking about.
Oh, I said Banjo. Oh yeah, I did say Banjo Kazooie is coming back to the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
You never played Banjo game before?
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
I'm looking forward to the new Pokemon game that comes out. I already have it pre-ordered, man.
Can I borrow your pre-order?
What game?
There's a new, it's like,
Pokemon Legends Arceus.
yeah, so it's like Sinnoh, but then the old times, so like, it's like right when they started making Pokeballs and stuff. It looks really interesting.
It's open world Pokemon.
Yeah, and you have to craft stuff, and like, Pokemon can attack you. It looks kind of cool.
I think I'm gonna buy a Brilliant Diamond.
So it's basically Monster Hunter Pokemon.
Kind
Sorta.
of. I got Shining Pearl. It's not bad. It's just very chibi. I never played the originals. That was like one of the generations I skipped for some reason. So
Wait,
Played that-
what do you
skip-
mean? What do you mean you never played the originals?
She
I
never
think
played Gen.
the Shining Pearl or the Pearl and the Diamond.
Oh,
Diamond
oh,
No,
gotcha,
no. I started with red. Like
gotcha. Okay,
She
I
also
was
did
about
not play
to
Black and White.
literally lose my mind.
I am a huge Pokemon nerd. Trust me. No, I played them on the old style gray brick GameCubes, not GameCubes.
Alright.
Game Boys. I have COVID fog. Leave me alone.
On my
Alright,
Pokemon.
I am back.
Hello,
So,
back.
I need
I'm Terra.
everyone to put your tokens right here.
Okay.
Ormus, are you bringing the crate with you or no?
I'm putting the crate right back inside the house, like kind of where I got it from.
Okay. So you rush in, put the crate back in.
Yeah.
Omic, why are you upside down?
Alright, as you put it back, everyone just rushes into the situation.
Omic has flipped over onto a shelf. He needs help.
How did you do that?
I would pretty much say everyone can get up to this line about
He's-
10 feet as best, but
He slid on ice. Wait, I just moved. How did you move me there?
and in the distance, you happen to see Trevor running for his dear life.
What's he running from?
Then popping out of the snow, like bursting from the ground.
Where we're at. It's where we're at, right?
As you
Giant
just see
mongoose.
this giant, actually, go ahead and roll me a nature check if you wish, if you're proficient.
I'm not
If we're not proficient,
Omek, you have advantage because you heard of this.
oh no. Omic gets advantage. He rolled a 19.
As I am going to.
Yeah, I'll also roll just
I don't
for
think
the
I can
goal.
really show this. I mean, but in the Discord, I will post this up.
The dog's not happy about this.
I'll post up a picture for everyone to see on the Discord, so that way you get a better understanding. So
The dog's name shit just got real.
Oh, God.
it'll be under the sharing section.
Okay, I will.
Caring's
check it
caring.
out.
As
It's a weasel. A
Omek,
ferret.
you see a large albino death weasel,
That's awesome.
and I need everyone to roll me initiative.
That's freaking awesome.
Death weasel. Wait. Remember to click your
some
icon
stomping.
before you roll.
Time to start stomping.
How could I roll that one?
And a hip hip hooray.
Weasel, albino death.
Apparently, I rolled the initiative for the weasel for Trevor, so
I guess
How
I
does
can
that-
totally do stuff.
Giant death weasel. Why am I left? No, wait, no. Omic and I break the tie.
not only do you just see one, but then you see another one trying to flank Trevor on this side.
Great, there's two of them.
As Trevor has become their prey.
Oh, they just want to hug him.
Nice barrel creature! Nice barrel creature!
Watch me hug. Watch me do that.
Alright, so, first up in the round, would be Ormus. Actually, hold on.
You gotta break ties.
What is your dexterity check?
My dexterity is a
2.
2.
A 2, and Ormus, yours is a 2
1.
or 1. Alright, so Mira goes first. She takes the initiative.
Oh, I'm pissed. Don't you fucking hurt, Trevor.
then you
I'm gonna
actually.
I'm gonna use my free action. Trevor, we're over here! And then I'm going to use magic missile on. Oh man, where is both of them?
All right. So what
Uh,
level are you casting,
Uh,
and how many of them are you targeting?
I'm just gonna attack the one behind him right now, and
So
I'm
you have
just
to do
gonna
something
cast
first?
it level 2.
You have to do
Level
something
2.
first, right?
All right. So that is 4 bolts, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
All right. So.
But
let's
I
see.
have to also do this.
Oh yes, wild magic.
I'm good.
Well,
Okay,
which
we're
is
Okay.
safe. You're safe.
all right. Go ahead and roll me for roll me damage.
Oh, oops! I hit the wrong. Why do I always do that? I have 2 different characters that have the way to doing that differently.
Great. That is one of the 1d4s.
One.
Okay.
Wait.
Why is it not? Ah.
Why do you,
So
wait, it
3
rolled
darts.
2 dice. Wait, where's it come? How is it doing this?
3 and 4.
I'm seeing
Right.
2 dice rolled for that,
I
but
don't
it's
know
only
why.
It's a 1d1, 1d4 plus 1. This is for each one individual. Usually you do that for separate targets. I mean, there's one I added that does the 1d4.
yeah, but they're only 2d4, but only taking one of the d4s.
No, it's not.
I see 2 dice whenever she rolls it. Each time she rolls it.
That's not part of the feature. On the roll it says it's a 1d4 plus 1.
Yeah,
So
I
anyway,
know, but it's just weird.
anyway, 16
Anyway.
points of force damage, all going to this one.
Yep.
As you just see darts flying forth from your fingertips, flying across, zooming past, dodging Trevor. Like they all just go around him and hit the deaf albino weasel. That is your action. What is your bonus action? You have movement. Oh, Mech, you're too far. I said 10 feet. Yeah, 10 feet from the line is how far you can go.
Okay. I'm going to also 5, 10, 15, move here and try to make sure he sees that we're over here.
Oh yeah, he sees you. He's running towards you guys.
Okay.
He's trying to avoid the deaf weasel. He's trying to avoid 2 albino deaf weasels trying to eat him.
Nom 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 nom.
Alright, Ormus, it is your turn.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. I am 55 feet from this one right here.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to move
Why
45 feet, which is my movement speed,
are you so fast?
to get within 10 feet of range of him. I'm going to use my bonus action to rage.
Alright, you are now in a rage.
And I'm going to pull out my glaive, which has the reach feature, so I can strike things up to 10 feet away.
Please be sure to pop it up to confirm your actions. So.
Yep. So we'll do rage, wall of text, and
And I believe you have a reach of 10 feet.
yes.
Okay, so you should be able to hit. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Okay, so let me see. Double check here. Okay, so first attack is going to be just regular. Oh, sorry, that I rolled that with advantage, but it's 21 to hit.
21 is hit. So, and that's +2 to damage for the strength, or?
Yep. The damage does not include the rage bonus, so
Okay.
it'd be
So,
6.
that will be 6 points of damage. As you then rush over and strike straight forward at this albino weasel, death weasel, striking back at it. And it curls up and then like skitters around and looks at you with
Okay.
its large, angry, red, beady eyes.
I'm going to make my second attack. And I'm going to use Great Weapon Master. So it's a -5 to hit, but +10 to damage if I hit.
Okay. That is a
8.
miss.
Yep.
As you then use a more powerful swing, using your cleave in a wide swung motion. But apparently you were a little bit too short off. And you swipe up and manage to cut the branch off the tree above you, showing your strength. But unfortunately, you missed your target.
That tree did nothing to you. How dare you?
That is your turn.
My
It is
way.
now Trevor's turn. Trevor. No, he's not going to taunt this thing.
What?
What?
Apparently, bards have taunt.
Oh, taunt. Okay,
Doesn't he have Vicious
I'm
Master?
hearing weird things. I thought you said taunt,
I-
and I'm like, what?
I
Taunt.
heard the same
Taunt.
thing.
How do you guys hear?
At
Okay,
least I'm not the only one. Okay, just continue. I'm sorry. I was confused. Thank you, Dave, for making me feel better, though.
You're welcome.
Alright,
That's not me. I just wanted to say it.
Trevor is just going to do a full-on dash action. Like, he's going to just move 30 feet here, and then he's just going to run past you. It's like, Mira, run for your life! And that's his turn. And now it is the albino Death Weasel's turn. And, what is its movement speed? This thing's probably a fast mother. Oh my god!
What is it? Is it 40?
We're gonna die, is what it is.
It's 50.
Mira,
Yeah.
you happen to see this thing all of a sudden start digging underground, under the snow.
Oh, Lord.
Why?
And then you begin to see a large mound
Oh,
moving
it's like
closer
a
to
shark.
you.
Oh, how awesome. It's land sharks.
Albino Death Weasels.
Thanks,
It
Dylan.
is it
This
is
is
now
now
in full
nightmares.
cover. It is now in full cover as it's burrowed underneath the snow.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
All right. Next up is the other albino's weasel's turn, and it is going to run around you almost in a circle, trying
Oh.
to flank you, and then pounce at you.
Oh, it wants to play.
And it's gonna go ahead and make a claw attack.
Okay.
There's a 20 hit.
That hits.
All right. You take 5 points of slashing damage, and I need you to go
So
ahead.
do I round down to 2 or 3?
He has resistance to slashing.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm raging.
that would be at least a 2.
Okay.
So I also need you to make me a contested grapple check.
Okay. Is that just a strength saving throw? Or just a strength check, I should say.
Okay. Turn the turn.
I guess it would be a saving throw.
It is actually going to pounce at you for a bonus action, so I need you to go ahead and give me another strength saving throw for pounce.
Oof.
Alright, so the first one is for the pounce. So you are knocked prone. Now, the second one is for the grapple. Alright, so you are knocked prone, but you are not grappled. And with this, it's going to take a bone. It is also, let's see.
It should get an extra bite attack after the pounce.
Yes, it does. And it's going to do with advantage because you are prone.
Yep.
That is 23. As you take another 7 piercing.
Rounding
As
down
it
to 3.
lunges down, knocks you over with a pounce with its claws, and then goes for your leg and starts shaking it violently. Like you see it jerking Ormus around.
Ah!
It is fighting deep. Alright, that is its turn. Edgar, it is your go.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the albino death weasel.
Okay.
Thanks, Dad.
I have advantage against this right now, right? Or no?
How?
I was just asking because it's technically being flanked. But if not,
No, it's not being flanked.
if not, then if it's not counted, then I'm going to go with steady aim.
Okay, so you're referring to sneak attack, if
Well,
I'm
no,
not
I just-
mistaken. So long as you have advantage, and with your steady aim, you do get advantage, so
Yes.
you do get your sneak attack.
I'm going to use my longbow to shoot at this. Wait. What?
That is Ormus. That
What? I
Okay.
can't.
what is the range of your bow?
Longbow.
6120.
All right, yeah, you should be in range. You still have advantage,
Yes.
and you reduce your movement speed to 0. So go ahead and give me an attack roll with advantage.
Okay. Hit my advantage button. I should do this.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll me damage.
Boom!
And it does 11 piercing damage
Boom!
and 17 points.
Two of those
wow.
are sixes.
Yeah. Oh shit. So you get down, aim, seeing this thing ripping into it. You then go forth and fire, and you manage to hit straight near its neck, and it starts to squirm, trying to take the arrow out of its neck. As you deal massive amounts of damage, it is bloodied.
Yay!
Good job.
I did a thing. I have another D6. I can do so much more damage.
Wait. Hold on. Let me see. You did 11.
11 plus 17. That's 28.
What the heck? What happened to its health points? Hold on. Its health points went down to 0 for some reason.
Oh, good
Or-
job. Yay.
No, it's not dead.
Almost did 4 to it, I think, as well.
Yeah. Almost. You did 4.
That's 32 then.
Yeah, 4 damage. Yeah.
Because the 10 did not hit.
Did 40. And then you did a total of
28.
11 plus 28. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it is bloody.
Yay, okay.
That is your turn.
That's all I can do.
All right. Omek, it is your go.
What does Omek do?
What does the Omic say?
You know the other albino death weasel is burrowed over in this region, but it has full cover, so it's going to get a +5 to its AC.
If you get a nat 20, that goes past any AC, right?
Yes.
I will, again, Circle of the Moon, use my bonus action to assume a wild shape.
What wild shape are you taking form of? Place it here.
Poof. Allosaurus.
Yay.
You just see Omek just turn into this giant
How the hell do you know what that is?
chicken.
It's a giant chicken. Okay.
That's what you guys think it is. It's like, so much just turned into a giant featherless chicken with fangs. But in fact, Olmec, knowing his history of ancient fossils, recognizes this creature as an Allosaurus.
That's
But
cool.
everyone else thinks it's just a giant lizard chicken.
It's a dragon. Oh god.
It's a dragon without wings.
Oh, wow. Apparently that 11 was the highest I could do.
All right. So, what do you do, Omega? Is that as your bonus action?
Are you going to hug it?
Omek will
Hug
run right up to this weasel because his movement speed is 60, and I can't control the thing. And then I will make a claw attack at it.
Go ahead. That's a 15. That is a hit.
All right. And that will do.
I am dying. I am dying.
Please don't die.
Why you
Dad.
dying?
I'm not that dying.
Why you
Okay.
dying?
That'll
That is
do 11 slashing damage.
all right. It is still standing, but you managed to pounce and slash at it. It is still critically injured. And
It's funny you should say pounce. Now it has to succeed a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Son of a turtle. All right, strength saving throw. It beats it.
Nice
As you
try.
pounce on it, you two are now just like in this wild rumble and such as snow is just flying around, and you're just like sinking your footed long claws into its side, and it's like.
Things are getting interesting now.
Can I use my inspiration to make him roll out again?
Unfortunately, it was already confirmed, but even so, it's at 17 and 20.
Okay.
But,
Hold on, do it. We might need it later.
Oh,
Fine.
all right, round 2. Mira, it's your turn.
Yeah, that thing's completely.
Also, apparently, Trevor's now wearing assless chaps.
What?
As you see a giant hole in the back of his
Oh,
pants.
because it got bit. Okay, that makes more sense.
wowza. Things are getting interesting.
So, where was it the last time I saw it? Exactly.
You saw it in this area, so you'll have disadvantage on range attacks, and it has a +5 to its AC. As it's in full cover underneath the snow.
So I saw it over here, right? Like.
Please tell me I'm not on the GM layer again.
No, I'm trying to check. Okay, so.
Over here.
That's
you
where
saw
I
it
last
in this-
saw it right there, and it went under. Okay.
You
Things
have
just moved.
disadvantage on the attack roll.
Oh, I'm just doing an area attack. It's fine.
Oh, are you doing fireball?
It would make sense. Do you have a different move idea for me?
I mean, it's going to have advantage on the dexterity saving throw since it's in cover.
It's just under snow.
Still, it has cover.
Also, you gotta roll the dice.
Yeah, so if you're casting fireball, roll me a d20.
Can I hold my action that when it comes up out of the ground, I cast fireball?
Might.
Usually for a cantrip, but fireball.
Also, it might come up right on top of you.
Well, then I wouldn't do it.
But you're holding your action for that, though.
Stop feeding the DM. You're supposed to be on our side.
I just try to make sure.
I mean, he's technically right, so I would suggest using a cantrip instead if you're trying to hold
I'm going to
I just don't want you to explode.
ready a fireball, a firebolt.
Fireball.
I'm gonna move
On-
back a little bit.
You'll still have to roll a d20 for the firebolt. Oh wait, no, is that only spelled? Yeah, that's only
Firebolt.
spelled.
Yeah, I don't think
Firebolt's
it's
good.
cantrips. I think I can cast
No, this-
cantrips without having to worry about.
If she has to roll for cantrip, then she has a lot of dice to roll.
Yeah.
Or his turn. Oh, but by the way, we're still playing till 11:30 for tonight, if that's all right with everyone.
Alright. That should be
Okay.
right after this conflict, then.
All right, go ahead and Ormus, give me an attack roll.
So use half my movement to stand up, right?
Yes. So you
Uh,
stand up as you just see this giant red lizard attacking this white giant weasel.
Okay, I'm gonna use reckless attack.
All right, that gives you advantage.
Yep, and I'm also gonna use Great Weapon Master.
Okay, so it gives you -5 plus 10 to damage. Go
Where'd you
ahead.
use that?
That is a 25. That is a hit.
And it's 21 slashing damage.
How do you want to do this?
I want to, as I stand up, I want to take the butt end of my glaive and smack it in the face so that it turns sideways, and then I want to swing my glaive up and decapitate it.
You spin your glaive recklessly, like in a spiral formation, smacking it up, and in the same motion, beheading it with enough force and damage to do so. As the head just falls over, and you still see the body squirming as the snow is now covered in a crimson liquid.
Sorry.
That is your turn, is it not?
I still have half my movement speed, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna move right there.
Right there. All right. It is now Trevor's turn, and Trevor is gonna look at everyone. And is like, these things are very dangerous.
You said that. It's okay.
And then he's going, and he's like, Mira, please don't hurt yourself. Please, please, run away. And he's going to cast heroism
On.
On
Mira.
himself, hopefully.
on.
Let's touch.
He's gonna hug you. It's like, Mira, you are my life-saving hero.
Oh, blush.
As you gain temporary hit points equal to spellcasting ability modifier at start of each of your turn is concentration, and you have the creature is immune to frighten and gains. So you gain a total of temporary hit points of. Why did the bard go away?
That's just a funny saying here.
All right, let's see. So
He went to go get Mira.
you gain 4 temporary hit points, and you are now immune to frighten effects.
Oh, cool. Cool, I can look at the box!
I was just about to say the same thing. You could go look in the
This
crate.
only lasts for a duration of 1 minute.
Well, you better go look at the box quickly
I
now.
can't. No.
All right,
Good.
that is its turn, and now it's the Death Weasel's turn.
Go!
Oh, wait.
As then it starts to make it, you see the snow mound start to make its way towards you, and then it pops out, and then
Oh.
it instead you don't see its head, but you see its back end.
Now, my question is, since it popped out in view, can I cast that fireball?
Yes, you may.
You're going to shoot a fireball at its butt.
I don't care. Please work.
It's gonna be toasty buns.
Is it underneath my... Oh.
You found
Is
it.
Pops out of the snow.
Oh my goodness.
16 hits. As you see it pop out, it jumps out. You hit it first, dealing the 10 points of fire damage.
Hey, yeah, something's wrong. So, you.
And then it's going to do is going to turn around.
Where is it going?
Why is it angry at poor Trevor?
As I need you both to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
What is it doing it for?
gunking.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw on both Mira and Trevor. Trevor
Nat
uses you as a
20.
shield.
That's fine. I got
you
that
both.
20.
So you're not poisoned,
That's good.
but you have been unleashed a giant spray of musk coming forth from the Death Weasel.
Ew. Okay,
You
great.
guys think now.
Great.
This one is dead. Edgar, it is your turn.
I'm going to do the same thing as I always do, Eddie. Steady aim. I attack this one with my bow.
All right. Roll me with advantage.
Oh boy!
That is a hit. That is 4 piercing. Plus. How you want to do this?
Oh boy! Wait, we're hey. Oh, I'm just going to shoot it in its eye. Wait, which way is it facing us?
Um, it is facing away, you guys, as it's sprays its musk all over Mira.
I shoot it. I would say she would have shot it past the tail into the back of its head, the skull, to shoot the brain.
You shoot it straight through, as it just flops over dead. And that is the end of combat.
Hooray!
Okay. Before I do anything, I am using prestidigitation on myself and Port Trevor so we don't smell.
It smells of weasel musk.
Not anymore, because I use prestidigitation.
At that point, actually, Trevor barely got the very minimum of it. You got full force.
Well, okay, still he
The
has a little bit.
precipitation that covered that musk.
Ugh,
Used you as a shield.
you jackass.
Oh.
Whatever. Trevor.
I mean, he did give you heroism.
He did. I was being heroic, I guess.
As you
He
start
was the man in mayhem this time.
yourself up, everyone is free to move, and
did
the heroism fades. It's like, oh my god, by the gods, I am so happy to see you all.
They don't smell stinky anymore, right?
Now, Mira is just cleaning herself off, and then she just taps Trevor and like.
I guess I
heals.
go away because that area probably stinks still.
Oh yeah, it still lingers around the snow.
Where have you been?
It was awful. At first, I got into an argument with Sylvia, and then I was just wandering about, and then I happened to find this old house, and then wait, where's Sylvia?
We think she went off with somebody else. We're not exactly sure. We haven't
She didn't
seen
come
her.
back. She did come back.
Mm-mm.
Fox
We're
did,
hoping you... What?
Fox did though.
Oh no. No,
What?
she wouldn't have.
You mind sharing with the class?
We met 2 individuals, and they were from the elf encampment. They were trying to recruit Sylvia.
Oh. I'm surprised if she'd actually do that. She doesn't really like elves.
She was riding back to the others, and I was trying to tell her not to do so and just wait until the coast was clear. And then this is all my fault. She was right.
What'd she say? Why do you think...
No, not Sylvia. The other woman.
Huh? What other woman? What?
The druid lady.
Okay, you cut out what?
The druid lady.
The druid lady.
Well,
Yes, she had long white hair, gray eyes, tan skin. She met me at the manor and we spoke a bit.
Is
And
that in character coughing or Dallin coughing?
Alan coughing.
Okay.
is that why the fireplace was lit?
Yes, and then I went out to go to try it. I went around the corner of the house. I figured I had enough space, and then next thing you know, I was on the run from these 2 things. No, seriously, where's Sylvia? You telling me
Well.
she didn't come back to the encampment? She went to the encampment. No, she didn't went back to the islands. Why was? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Olmec, what did Betty say to you where Sylvia was? Exactly.
He just said that she went in a direction.
Who's Betty?
Betty's the ox. You remember the one that Olmec bought? Well, it turns out Olmec can talk to animals, as we know, and I guess so can Ormus, if he stares at it angrily long enough.
Olmec was saying that in Dinosaur, but then reverted back to himself to speak.
Oh, the ox did have on it a pendant.
Oh, yeah, here. I'm gonna dig it out and hand it to him.
No. That means Sylvia's joined with the elves.
Well,
This is all my fault.
Sylvia's kind of rash. I wouldn't say it's your fault at all. She'll come around.
I don't even know why that woman was talking about prophecies and destiny and saying to do the right thing. All I want is. And at that point, we have to go help her. We have to go. We have to stop her before she gets there.
It would
I
have.
think. Go
As you
ahead.
see him walking away with his brief sewing.
You need to get different pants, Trevor, please.
It's windy over there, isn't it?
That's gonna be rather distractive.
At that point, he just covers his backside. It's like, sorry, that happened when the weasels just popped out.
Yeah. Let's get back and check on Niram, and then we can figure out what we're gonna do, okay?
You guys would have an extra cloak, would you?
You can
Hey, I hate to pile on, Trevor, but aren't you and Sylvia still technically married?
No.
He gives you a very upset glare, knowing that's a very sensitive subject. No, no, we're not. We are
I think
not.
I got knows about the whole fiasco.
Look, this is a very dangerous situation. So someone please give me some pants or something to cover myself up with, and let's go save Sylvia.
But it almost sounds like she doesn't need saving. It sounds like she's actually might be doing the one that's the saving if it's part of the elves.
She might get in trouble though, knowing Sylvia.
They practically just wanted her to join up with them to fight the war. She inspires them to fight.
She inspired me to fight.
No, you don't understand. They pretty much worshipped her as a leader of the resistance or whatever they believed to push the war.
Yeah, people worshipping her, it might not be good.
Chirp, chirp.
I know, right? As he starts to like hold you close and give you the serious glance. We have to go find the encampment. We have to stop them before they do anything more rash. And then all of a sudden, in a flash of a burst of smoke, you happen to see a very familiar figure standing there.
Wait, how familiar?
We'll find out.
Everyone who was outside to see a group of magical individuals.
Oh, hey, it's the mages.
Not
Go.
the mages, just
Where-
one.
A mage.
Did you put her down yet? Or him down?
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
No,
Yeah,
no,
where
not
is
yet,
it?
not yet, not yet,
I'm
not
still
yet.
doing it. I'm still doing it. As you then see one single mage the youngest looking one, the little beard under his chin, and he just wipes himself off with the smoke. Ah, well, that was fun. Hmm? And then he stops and looks at all of you. Oh, I know you guys. You are the Ironmen. And that's where we're going to end our session. Tune in for session 50!
Nice.
Wow. Alright, guys. I hope everyone enjoyed. We'll see you in 2 weeks and have a wonderful evening. Bye.